Okay, so good evening, guys. Welcome back. So we'll be continuing our advanced shell scripting session today. And in yesterday's class, that is on 4th of November, right? Yesterday, like we had covered majorly the three-tier architecture. So we had explained about the three-tier architecture, right? If you see, this is a three-tier architecture. So where we have three layers. One is a presentation layer, application layer, and DB layer, database layer. And if you see, almost all the projects, whatever we are building today, we are building on to the three-tier architecture. And the same three-tier architecture is even used in a production environment also. Okay. So majorly we'll have a three-tier architecture or four-tier architecture. We can even build up multiple layers over it. It is not like there should be only three. It can be three, it can be four, it can be five, it can be n number of layers. Whatever feasible for you, like you can adapt it actually. But here in our case, in this case, right, we have added one more layer, which is known as the web server layer. So web server layer, right, or this is but the queue layer or the queue manager, it is a layer between your client and your application layer. Okay, so that we have to understand. It always sits over here in between. Okay, and this doesn't really have your application code. It only have some configuration files. And what exactly the web server will do? Web server will always try to redirect the request, which is from the which is coming from the client. It just redirect it to your application layer, or we call it a business logic layer. So I had already written a small note on this actually. Okay, so let me write the note on what exactly web server and all about. Then we will continue our further. Whatever we have to discuss, it we'll continue further. So today the class today is 5th of November, and the timing is 5:44 p.m. IST. Right, and okay, so we discussed about this and what we had discussed yesterday, guys. After this, what we discussed about like how we can install the database. So preferably we use a, MariaDB to get the database. Similarly, for your application server, we use a Tomcat. So we deployed or we installed manually the Tomcat, and you could see that I have copy pasted all the logs or all the steps, whatever we have did it yesterday, right? So we completed installing all manually, right? So till where we did it, we did up to the application layer and the database layer. So application layer on but the application server and the database server, we installed it, we made it to run. We also create some tables, right? And also like we saw few of the configuration files we edited, right? Like context.xml file where in the conf directory where we edited, we added that resource name, right? It is like something like it is a configuration for your Tomcat server so that it can connect to the database. That is what we added. Plus, we also added the MySQL connector, that is nothing but the driver. So where we added under the lib directory, right? So we did so many practicals we did yesterday, and then like I showed you exactly like how exactly your application will get connected to your database server, right? That is what we discussed yesterday. So everything we did it manually. So what exactly today we are going to do? So guys, today we are going to automate the whole process, because our intention is that we need to do automation. Plus we have to even show how to automate even the web server also. So in this case, we'll be choosing Nginx as our web server. We can even go with the Apache also, but Nginx is more famous actually, because in most of the customer places, like we will see, or in the real time, we see that Nginx is used a lot actually, right? Because Nginx, why we use, because we can make use as a reverse proxy. So Nginx can also be configured as a reverse proxy server. That's the reason why Nginx is most of the time it is used actually. So apart from this web server, as I said, you can even add on one more layer, which is called as a load balancer. We are not doing it here at this point of time, but later we will see it. So we can even add one more layer here, which is nothing but your load balancer actually. So what happens usually, the client will send a request to your load balancer. It means that the request goes to the IP address where the load balance is there. From the load balancer, the request goes to your queue manager, which is nothing but the web server. And through the web server, the request goes to your application server. And from the application servers, when a user is communicating or he's doing some business operation with that application, obviously your application will try to communicate with your database. Correct? So this is what we had discussed yesterday. Is it clear? Okay. Now, so today what we're going to do, we are going to do an automated, we are going to write a script for all these things. right? So before that, let me write down the notes, guys, small notes, like we are already written. So I'll just for our understanding purpose. So web server, we call it as a web server as a presentation layer also, or presentation, or even called as a web tier actually. A presentation or web tier is the user interface and communication layer of an application. This is where the you can say end user will interact. This is where the end user will interact with the application. It will display information and collect information. Sorry, that's what the web server. What about the application? Application server. Okay, so basically the application server is nothing but it's a business logic layer, right? So where your actual business logic runs or the code runs here. In this, that's what we have to say, that application layer is nothing but the logic or application tier is the you can say is a heart of the architecture. It means that your main business code runs over there. Okay, it's a place where information is processed. This tier contains, or this layer or tier contains, whatever we can say that this layer tier or layer contain the business logic used to process inputs. It can direct the queries, uses API calls, API calls, process information, and even commands also. Make the application layer does the magic, does the logical decisioning or something like it's a logical decision actually. Sorry, it makes the logical decisions and uh, perform operations, or we can call it as a something like a calculations, whatever. Performs operations or calculations. It moves and processes information to the other layers. Like for example, to the other layers here, database layer. Okay, what about the last one is nothing but a database layer or database server. So this is the layer where the information will be stored and managed. That's all. So database there's nothing like your whole data will be stored in the inside a database in a form of tables, right? And within some database schema, you're going to store all the details or all the data of your process data into the database, okay, with the help of some kind of a schema, database schema. So within that schema, you have tables. Within the tables, all the data are stored in a tabularized manner. Actually, that's how the database will take care of storing all your real-time data. Clear? So this is all about your the explanation about this 3-tier. Now, yesterday what we did guys, we tried to install the MariaDB and even try to install your Tomcat server also. That's what we did. So I don't want to really go to the notes, yesterday's notes. What I can do that, I can just write down what we did it yesterday. So if you go to the MariaDB, so this is a database we used actually. So what the major operation we did, what are the steps we did actually? If you see it, we firstly that we install the application, we install the MariaDB server, right? By using some commands, MariaDB server, we installed it. So that's what you have to see the steps actually. The second one is nothing but what we did after that, we started the server, started the service, and also we even enabled the service also. Started the service means what we did yesterday, we used the command, which is systemctl, right? This is a command we use, right? Systemctl space start space Maria TV, like this. This is a command we used actually. Enabled means the same command with the, so just we need to note it down all the manual steps what we did it yesterday. Correct? And the fourth step what we did, we created the one second guys. One second. One second, sir. Be available. One second. Hold a second. Okay, sir. Sorry, guys. Somebody had come. So enable the service, start the service, and afterwards, what we did, we created the database server. Sorry, we created the database. We created database schema by name student app. Correct? And what we did, we create the student table. And finally, what we did a grant privilege. Privileges. This is what the steps we followed for a MariaDB. Right? So now, so what we have to do that, we have to start writing a script for this now. So first, let us target on, writing the steps for installing the MariaDB as well as taking care of the other requirements also. Right? So now, what we're going to do, so let me log into my CentOS machine. So this is my CentOS machine. I'll copy the public IP. Go to the downloads. Here I have a putty. Launch the putty. So just save this. Sorry, just paste this IP address, public IP, and try to log in it. Yes. So I can go to the scripts directory, right? And you could see that I have kept all the scripts over here. Now what I will do here, basically I will try to write a script actually, because here we are actually showing you like how we are deploying some app by name student, right? So it's a web application and we have a student.war file, and we are installing all the softwares required for deploying that application. So what I will do that I will write a script with the name something like it is because of the student record or something, like I will just write a script with the name student.sh. So this is a script name I will write. Name of the script is student.sh, right? Then the first line would be #bang/bin/bash. Right? This is the first line which we added. Okay, guys. Now, see, since right here, what happened, right? Since I'm logged in the CentOS, I'm writing here. CentOS is a super user. That is fine. But what happened, right? Sometime what happened, right? The script might be executed by some normal user who doesn't have even sudo privilege also. So in that case, what happened, right? The script should fail. It shouldn't execute because only the root user or the super user only can execute that script actually, right? So what we have to write a condition here is that actually we have to write the condition is that, okay, check the user is a root or sudo user or just a root user or not. If he's a root user, allow him to execute. If not, if root user, proceed, or else throw the error or come out from the script execution. That's what we have to just take this condition, right? So now what happened? I'll go over here. I'll open the student.sh. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use some variable. What is it? User ID. is equal to dollar of ID hyphen U, right? So what I will do here, if double bracket dollar of user ID is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then what I will do, guys, I'll just say echo, what is it? The please run this script as, or please run the script with root access. Then you need to exit out with the exit one, close this partition level. Clear? Now let us run the script, right? So the script, and I'll just say sh student.sh. See, you are getting this message like that. It means that you're not able to proceed further because CentOS is getting executed. Suppose if you are running with a sudo, yeah, you can run it because he's a sudo user. Now nothing will come. But if you're not running as a sudo user, okay, you're just normally running it actually, then what happened, right? Now CentOS will also act like a normal user because he's not a root user here. Correct? So when I execute this, you are going to get like this. But here what happened, I want to get some coloring actually. So what I will do here, I will do some changes here in the script. So student.sh. So what I will do here, so I'll just say R is equal to red color is equal to /E. What is the code for red color? I remember it is 31 M. Okay, similarly, I'll have the green color /E. These are the color codes, guys, actually. 32 M and blank color or no color, you have to use N. Okay, /E. Without any color means you have to pass 0 actually, 0 N. So these are the color codes. What you will do here, see how I will use this -E, because this is something like this is an alert, or this is something like you're saying that I want to always display in the red color. So what also I said $R. $R means red color. This message should be printed red color actually. And at the end, because I have to unset the color, I have to end with the $N. Right? Now I'll say the script. Now if you run the script, you could see that you are getting in the red color. Right? It states that your script has, it's just for the coloring effect, that's all. Clear? Correct? So here, yes.
$N.
Dollar?
N last.
Yeah, this is, you're setting it. See, suppose for example, if you're not setting it right, even this would turn into red color. Whatever I'm typing, everything will red color. You have to unset the color. After printing it, what happened? You're setting the coloring actually. If you're not unsetting right, everything will get in a red color only. So that's the reason what happened, right? I'm unsetting with the normal color is a black color, right?
Yes.
Normal is a black color. If you don't do a $N, right, then everything will be in red only always. So that's the reason you have to end with the $N.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so this is done actually. Okay, so you have achieved this condition now. Okay, fine. This is done. Now you need to start working or start writing a script for your MariaDB. Okay, is it clear? Now, what I will do that because I am executing so many steps, guys. I'm installing the MariaDB. I'll be starting a service. I'll be enable a service. I'm doing multiple things actually. For each and every step, you should have a validation function, right? You need to validate, right, whether that step has executed or not, right? For that reason, what I have to do that it is always best that you need to write some validation function. So let me write a function with the name something like validate. Okay, then I'll open the bracket. If dollar of let me, because I'll be passing, let me tell you later, $1 is not equal to 0. Okay, then go -E. Okay, $of I'll be passing some message also, $2 like this, and close this, actually, close this validate function like this. Okay. I think the space is there or not. Yeah. Not equal to 0. White is turning into red color. If $1 equal to 0, then okay. Yeah, then close this if condition with F5. That's all. I forgotten this, right? Close this condition with F5. Yeah, clear? So you have written some validation function. That's all. I'll be using in every step, I'll be using this validation. Okay. Now what I will do that, now I'll start writing the steps for installing the MariaDB. So it is always better if whenever somebody is writing a script or you are writing or somebody is written, you should always put some kind of a comment. Like for example, like I'll put a comment, like something like I'll say installing or install Maria DB server, like that. So it is just for a readable format, just for some reading purpose you write. So always you have to always mention it. So here also can do like this, just for readable purpose actually. If the user is root or not. So just checking for the checking purpose, you return this condition. Okay. Similarly for the validating purpose. So for everywhere, wherever you found suitable, like you can add this string so that if anybody goes to the script, they'll understand what exactly that part of the code will do. Clear? So now what you're going doing, you're installing it. So you know very well that yesterday we saw that for installing the MariaDB, what you do, right? You have to use this command, yum install MariaDB-y. This is the command you use it actually. I'll just copy this command and I'll just paste over here. That's all. Okay. After that, suppose the MariaDB is installed, you need to validate, right? You're calling a validate function. So I'll just say validate function I'm calling. So for that, you are passing as a $? Why? Because that $? will have a exit status of the last execute command. If this command has successfully got executed by your shell, always the value will be returned, will be 0. So this you are passing to the validate function. And after that, what happened, right? You are passing some string, something like installing MariaDB, something. This is a string. It means that this will act. So you are calling this function validate here, and then you're passing two parameters. One is a $? And other is some string actually. So for the validate function, this will be treated as a $1 and this will be treated as a $2. So what you're doing here in this inside the if condition, inside the validate function, if condition, if $1, that is $? If it is equal, not equal to 0, if it is not equal to 0, then what happened at validate will come out from it because this condition will fail. If it is equal to 0, then what is happening that this is installed like this, installing the MariaDB like that. So that's the reason what happened. It is always better that you should always write some validation function so that what are the steps you are doing it actually, you are going to make sure that the step has successfully executed by your shell. That's the reason we should always write some validation function. Clear? Now, after that, what is the next step you are following? After that, you need to come back here in the notes. You need to start the service. You need to enable the service, right? To start the service, what you do that you have to use a systemctl start MariaDB. So you can even like this, like that, starting MariaDB server. Again, you can call a validate function like this. You can call it here. For every step, guys, it is always better that you are making your script more robust like this. So what is thing like starting Maria. After that, what happened, right? You need to enable the service. Okay. So I'll just say enabling Maria DB server. So what is the command use? systemctl space enable space MARIA and then validate. Call the validate function. Validate $question mark and then what is happening? That something enabling Maria. Clear? So shall we check this whether at least this all the steps is executing or not? We will check it now. How to do it? I'll just save this file. Okay, I'll do one thing, guys. I've written it actually because if you do an sh space .sh and run, see it will come out because it is what it is doing. It is checking whether the user is root or not. So what I will do, guys, I will try to run this script as being a root user only. So what I will do that I will just try to save the script and then I will switch to the root user, go to the /home CentOS scripts. Under that, you have a student.sh. Let me run the script. sh space, once again, sh space student.sh. And let's see how the script works. Can you see here? So here in yesterday what happened, right? I showed you the MariaDB. I installed in the same system. That's what happened, right? Already the MariaDB is installed in my system. Okay, it's already installed it. So that's the reason what happened that the script is getting executed. Is it clear? This is getting executed, but
Yes.
it is getting executed. Let me check actually. Vi student.sh. No, sorry. I have to validate function where I'm just writing. Okay. So validate $2. If it is not equal, then I should write no, I have not yet completed. Failed. Then what are two? Let me just exit one. In the else part, yeah, if this is not equal to 0, then it has to fail. If it is not equal to 0, then echo $2 this message, yeah, with the red color, yeah, it should get the field and then like, yeah, correct. And then you have to say as a echo, then in the else part, it should be passed actually. $2, then say, because the else part, it should pass actually. So dollar, what is it for success green? G, I'll just say success something. And then say $n and close the bracket. Okay, now I think the validator function is fine. Yeah. So now let me run this again. See, I'm getting installing MariaDB, right? Success, starting the MariaDB, success, and enabling the Maria. So all the steps have been done. So if you check it like systemctl status MariaDB, enter. Sorry, MariaDB, enter. Now you could see that actually the service is running. It means that MariaDB is installed. Fine. Is it fine till here? Any doubts you have, guys?
No, sir.
Simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. So now what happened, guys? You have enabled, you have executed successfully, everything is fine. Now, what is the next step, guys? The next step is that actually that you need to create the database schema by name student. Now here, if you run a MySQL, this is a client actually, and enter. So you have entered in the prompt. If you execute the command show databases, so can you see that there's a database schema name by name student app, right? Let me do this. Let me drop this. Let me delete the database first because I want to do it through my script actually. So drop database student app. Then again you do execute show database command. Then you could see that the student app, it is been, the schema of the database has been deleted. Fine. Now what you have to do that you have to create the student database, right? As well as what happened, right? You need to create the student table, right? That's what the step says here. Create the table and grant the privilege. These three steps you need to do it now. Very important. We have to do this one. So how to do that? How we are going to achieve that? So yesterday, if you see the command, where is it? If you come down, where is it? I did a show database. I use this command, create database if not exist student tab. This is a command I used, fine. And then what I did, right? I used this student tab. And then what happened, right? I tried to create a table with that actually. Here, I'm supposed to add one more step actually, which was missed actually. If you go here in the student table. So yesterday, this was missed actually. So let me add there, or anyhow, we have this step actually here only. But still, let me add over here so that we'll get in one place. Okay. So this was missed yesterday, right? So now what I have to do, guys, I have to call this command actually. And also I need to even grant all the permission. So I need to even call this command also. So I need to call all these commands in my script now. Now, how you are going to do it? So basically, you have to get into your MySQL prompt, right? You have to run a MySQL command. And after executing MySQL command, this is nothing but your MariaDB client actually. So if you execute the MySQL client, actually, you will get into your MariaDB prompt where you can execute all your MySQL commands. So it means that actually what happened, right? You need to get inside the MariaDB client with the help of a MySQL command and then execute all the steps, whatever you're doing it. But how you can achieve through a script actually? That is what the challenging task, right? So how you can do it means, like for example, let me do one thing. Let me do some changes here. Come over here. Like where is it, guys? Okay, let me copy this one more time because for you guys it might need it. So I'll copy it one more time here. Okay, let me reorder it actually. Like for example, I'll come over here. See, I need in a single line actually. Okay, go here. Just you are making it one line actually. Null, yeah. Then let me wrap it actually. What's here? So sorry. One second. Let me reorder everything, rearrange everything. What happened, guys? Control set. Because I need this whole command. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, I think everything is perfect, right? So do I have any space here? Let me check in case. No, yeah, it's fine. So let me check student ID is there, fine, and student ADDR is there. Not less, student name is there, student age and student qualification, yes, student percentage, right? And then student year passed and primary key, all are there. So this is what I need, the whole thing. As well as you have this command also. Clear? And and also we have this command also. Where is that command, guys? Create database if not exist. This is also the command I need it actually. So here I need this commands actually. So these are the set of commands I need it actually. So but the point here is that actually that I need to execute or I need to do it through my script actually. So we are going to execute through the script, shell script actually. These are the three, because if you see the requirement, let me copy this here. Let me copy this whole thing here. Let me copy it here actually in this notepad, because this is today's notes, right? So what I'm doing, I need to create a database by name student app. I need to, so this is the command for that, for step number 4. Step number 5, this is the command create table, right? And the step number 6 is number grant privileges. This is the command. So we found this commands. We have this command on hand. Now I need to execute in a script actually. So guys, what you're going to do is that actually it is simple, straightforward. Like for example, now assume that actually like let me quit from this. Let me do one thing. Let me create a file, something like student app.sql. Okay, let me go to the insert mode. Let me copy this whole commands. Let me copy this whole commands. All these 3 commands I need to copy it. Copy it like this. Copy and paste it actually. What I have to do here? Here, one more thing I missed actually. You have to just say use student app. Yes. This is also one of the command, right? I have to use, right? And afterwards you have to do create, and after that you have to, yeah, this is what I need actually. So this was the 4 commands which I needed. So let me copy it. And what I will do here, I will try to save this in a file, which is nothing but student app.sql. Now what I will do, guys, I will just run a MySQL command. This will get an input from the student.app.sql. Now you see that I already removed this student app, right? See, you could see that already earlier I removed it. Now when I run this command, so it could see that it has executed all the commands. So when I get to the MySQL client, okay, and then show databases, now you could see that it has already created the student app. Use the student app, and then you say show tables. Now you could see that it is even showing the students table also. So whatever I did this, guys, whatever I did this, so all these commands have been executed. Is it clear till here? So what I did, I copy pasted this command into a file with the name by name student app.sql. If you see the file student app.sql, this is the file content. Okay, let me copy this file content like this. Let me copy it. Anyhow, it is there, but still, let me copy it here, paste it over here in the notepad, so that you'll get to know. Okay, this is the content. Now, how I executed it? Because you have to call a MySQL command. So you have to call a MySQL command. So what I did here, guys, I just use this MySQL command less than specify that file name. This is the command I executed. The same thing you need to automate now through the script actually. Vaibhav, Rudraya and Ravikant, is it clear,
Yes,
guys, for you?
yes, sir. Clear, sir.
This is very simple, right? So what you are going
Clear.
to do now, yes, you are going to do now, you are going to open your script now, right? Open your student, sorry, slash home, CentOS scripts, and here you have a student.sh. Now what you have to do here, come down here. Okay, let me do one thing, echo create database. Let me do one thing, let me redirect to a file by name under the temp. Let me create a file by name student.sql. So guys, what you're doing here, I'm using echo command. This whole string, right? I'm just redirecting to a file. It means that you want to get this file, right? Right? Like, see, for example, if I do echo hello world, redirect it to /temp/my file, something. What is happening? You are redirecting this hello string into this file, right? This file doesn't exist, it will create it, right? You go to the temp directory and you see there's a file by name my file. If you say cat of my file, can you see this content, whatever the content you're echoing? This is the same concept I'm using in my script also, right? What I'm doing here. I'm trying to echo this whole string. This is nothing but the commands only, right? This whole string, I'm just echoing into the student.sql. Clear?
Rajesh sir, how this whole string considered as a single command?
No,
Like
this
grant.
not command, man. This is just a string actually. This whole string, right? This should be redirect to a file actually. You can do one thing. You can just take like this, copy like this, just run in a command line. That's all simple. Enter. See, it has created a file. See under the temp. Can you see there's a file by name student.sql?
Okay,
See?
okay.
Can you see? Did you
Yeah,
understood?
yeah. Yes, yes, good.
Now you have to go back to the student.sql. Sorry. Yeah, this you have achieved it. So grant all privileges, all those things are done. All right. Okay, good. So far good. So okay. So here what happened, right? You are creating it. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me get into the MySQL. Let me do use a show databases. Let me check whether I have the student. It is already there, I think. Yeah, it's there actually. Let me remove it by using a drop command. Drop database space student tab. Right? And again run the show database. Now it has removed, right? Now I'll quit from it. And now I have a script. Let me run the script now. sh space student.sh. So let me run it one more time. Okay, see, it has executed. Now if I go to the MySQL client and since the show databases, so I could see that it has created it. See? Oh, it has not created it. So why it has not created it, guys? It's a simple thing. It has, no, I mean, it has created like, let me check whether it has created a file or not on the temp. See, under the temp, it has created this file, student.sql file is there. So it means that it has executed fine. Correct? So now what happened, right? Now you say that, Rajesh, I want to run that actually. So run that. So I'll open the student.html, come over at the end. Simple. What is it you are doing it? You are calling a MySQL command less than /temp/student.html. Sorry. That's all. Now you'll see the script. Now can I run the script again? sh space student.sh. Yeah. Right. So now it has executed it. How to verify it? You go again to the MySQL prompt, right? Show databases. Now you could see that it has created a student app. So it means that through the script also it is working fine now. Is it clear? Till here? I'll quit it.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have student.sh. Okay. Now what else we need? Is any other steps is needed? No, we have achieved everything. Whatever we needed, whatever we written, the steps for the MariaDB, right? We have achieved everything through our script. It means that you have written the steps in your shell script. It is working fine. Correct. But here you can even add on, like here we have validated, here you can validate it. Here also you can validate it actually. So after this, what happened, right? You can actually validate it. You call the validate function dollar question mark. That's then what you can say that creating DB schema tables table and grant privileges. That's all. So you have validated even this step also by calling a validate function. Okay. So you have cross verified it now. Now, guys, there is one thing always that you are executing so many commands. This is a command you're executing. This is a command you're executing. If you see it from the top right, you're actually executing some of the other commands you're executing. So it is always better that you always redirect the output of these commands to some log files. Because if some step is executing, if some command is getting executed, it is always better that you get the output of that particular command into some log file. So that tomorrow, if you want to see, okay, which steps have been executed successfully or which is not, right? You can go to the log file. Instead of running the script again and checking it, you can just go to the log file. You'll get to know which step has been executed or which step has not been executed. Right? So to that way, what happened, right? It is always better that you always write a log file. So for doing that, what I will do that here, let me do one thing. Let me, what is it? Date is equal to dollar of date. Yeah, Rudra, what happened? You are marking something. What is it? Less, what I can do is percentage F hyphen percentage H hyphen percentage M hyphen percentage. This is something like a format. I am just getting. I need to get into logs like that actually. Percentage S, then like this. Okay, and then like you have something say log underscore file is equal to something like dollar of state dot log. This is a format actually. So you have a formatted date command with the help of the date plus percentage. This entire output you are storing into some variable, right? And here you are using some variable, one more log file that is nothing but whatever the date, right? You're getting that this format, right? You're just adding some dot log as an extension so that you can use this as a log file. So a log file is not, but it will create a file with the name log dot log extension, but it will have this date format dot of log. That is what the log file you'll get it. Clear? So now what you're going to do here, you come out over here and then like what you will do, okay, you're installing yum install MariaDB-y. What you will do here, you will try to just add this dollar, because you have to run this command as backend. So ampersand double greater than specify that log file. What is it log file? What is the log file name? Dollar of log underscore file. Correct? So here, this also, even if you want to add, okay, I need to even redirect this output also to some log file. So same, you are using double greater than because you have to append it actually, right? You have to append it dollar log underscore. Wherever you found appropriately, you said, okay, Rajesh, enable this output also. I need to do it actually. So I'll just say percentage double bracket dollar of log underscore file. Where else? This is okay. Fine. This is all okay. Right? Now, guys, one very important thing is that actually, right? We started with the MariaDB fine. That's all fine. But what happened, right? Usually when we are working in a script, yesterday what happened, right? I was trying to show you some other commands also. Like for example, for installing a Tomcat, before the Tomcat is installed, it is always better that you need to install some Java package, because your Tomcat is depend upon the Java package. As well as we will be downloading some source code and all, right, from some path. So because this would be the application code, so this will be given by a developer into some path. Actually, you need to download it. To download it, you need to get a wget command, right? As well as you will be using something like a vim command. So there are so many commands are there which you will be using. Like for example, yesterday I showed you that we have to use a netstat command, right? Netstat command. To get the netstat command, if that command is not there in system, then you have to install the package with the net-tools, right? Yesterday we discussed these things. So what I would say that we need to have some common basic commands we need to have, so that when you are executing a script, right, you should make sure that these commands are not missing. It means that when you are running this step, you shouldn't throw a single wget command not found, or else netstat command not found. So you shouldn't get that. Even like for example, even Java also you want to install, means you have to install the Java also. All this, some of the packages will be something like a common package which you have to install it always. So what I would suggest that actually when you are writing a script, it is always better that before you start it actually, right? Like here at the top here, after validate, you can write right here, you can just say installing some common packages. What are those packages? You have to just say yum install wget is a package I need, vim is a package I need, net-tool. If it is installed, is also fine, no issues, right? And for the Java, I need this package. Copy this and paste over here, and then say -i. Okay, and you can even redirect it to a double greater than $of log_file. Till here, are you okay, guys? Are you able to understand whatever I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it means that you need some basic package which should be installed. So before I start installing MariaDB or whatever, right, you can even do this at the top of the script also. You also can do. Here at the top also can do, but that's fine. I'm just doing everything before. So this I missed it. Just now I recalled it. That's what I'm just showing you. Like, so before everything done, right, you have to install, before we start doing anything like installing MariaDB config or installing Tomcat or installing Nginx, right, I need to have some common package. Tomorrow, suppose you found some more package which need to be installed, you can add on here, right? For example, you say, Rajesh, I want to even have a curl also. Now you can add a curl command like this. Okay, suppose you say that Rajesh, you need a tree command also for doing something. Yeah, you can. So whichever package you found feasible, which is required for a script, right, you can just add on here. So, but right now, okay, this much package is sufficient for my requirement. That's what I have just added this 4 packages: vim, wget, vim, net-tool, Java. If it is installed in your system, no problem. If it is not installed, it will install it. If it is already installed, nothing will happen. So, but anyhow, you have to call this yum install and specify all the common packages. Clear? Okay, good. Now, what else you have? Okay, and let me check if there is anything is missing here. We can, yeah. System enable, yeah. $of log file, log file, whatever it be. Log file or log file, whatever. Okay, yeah, perfect, I think. Okay, guys, I think it's fine. Okay, if you want, you can still run one more time, just to make sure that it is working. sh space run.sh. See, everything is executing fine, no issues. Clear? So whatever the package is required, even that is also getting installed as part of this, right? Even you are trying to run this package, installing even this package is also getting installed. And you could see that where the log file is getting generated. You could see that the log file. See, can you see this is the log file? Can you open this log file? Sorry, 2023-11. See, today's date actually. See, this is the log file. See, this log file is executed. See, already this package is installed, nothing to do. So you're getting all this information here in the log file, right? Okay, good. We can still format this log file, but this is sufficient for us actually as of now. Clear? Now, what is the next step now? After this, guys, so let me go to the notes. After this, what I have to do, this is, we have achieved it. Now we need to install the Tomcat. So Tomcat, for the Tomcat yesterday, we installed the Tomcat manual, but what are the steps we followed it to install the Tomcat? What we did, right? We downloaded the Tomcat from official site, right? From official site. And after that, what we did, we untarred the package, whatever, because the package was in a .gz. This was an extension we saw yesterday, right? We untarred it actually. So we untar it actually. So untar means you have to use a tar-xvf. This is a command we have to use to untar the package. After that, what we're using, after you get it, you need to get inside the Apache-Tomcat folder. That is a folder, or that is a directory you need to get inside it. And after that, you need to, there is a web apps directory is there. You need to do a CD to the web apps, and then you need to copy the student.var from whichever location you need to copy it. So student.var will be given, the URL will be given by the developer. Or else what happened, right? They will keep in some common location from where you need to download it actually. So in my case, what happened, right? I have kept the student.var in my S3 bucket actually. In my S3 bucket, I have kept this student.var. So what I will try to do, I will try to download it. So how to download it? I'll be using a wget command to download it. Yesterday we did all this stuff. After that, what happened, right? What you are doing after this, okay, I download it. And then like after that, you need to, under the same Tomcat Apache, you have one more lib directory, lib folder is there. Lib directory is there. There, what happened, right? You need to do a CD to the lib. And then what happened, that you need to download the MySQL driver. So again, the MySQL driver, what I did, right? In my S3 bucket, right? Yesterday I showed you in my S3 bucket, I have that MySQL driver. MySQL driver is there. MySQL connector driver is there. So that I need to download under the lib directory with the help of a wget command. So using same wget command, I am doing it actually. So this also yesterday I showed you. After that, what I have to do, you have to go to the conf directory. Under the conf directory, it means that under your Tomcat, Apache Tomcat server, you have a conf directory. Under the conf directory, here we need to configure a resource that have the DB details. So what you have to append, guys? You need to append this line. This is the line yesterday we appended, right? Under the conf directory, you have a file by name context.xml. So under this file, we need to add, or we need to append this line. We have to append this line. Is it clear? This is it. And lastly, what is the step, right? Under the same Apache Tomcat, you have a bin directory. There you have to go and you have to say, start the Tomcat server. How to start it? There is a command by name. There's a command you have to do, sh space startup.sh. This is a command we run. So today we executed all the steps manually. Now I need to automate it. Is it clear? So yesterday, I think Rudraya, somebody attended it. So not Rudraya didn't attend, only Suraj and Lawrence, they both attended it. So they saw the steps, everything actually. Or else you can go through yesterday's recording, you'll see everything. So what I have to do now, I have to do all the steps. So I need to automate it. I have to write a script for this actually. All right. So to do that, what I have to do that, you have to first go to your Google and you need to search for Tomcat 9 download. So this is the official site, tomcat.org, and say enter. Can you see here, there is a Tomcat version, which is the latest. This is the available version, or this is nothing but your major version. So this is the major version available as of now. Major version of Tomcat is 9.0.82. and this is nothing but this is the tata.cz. So I can do a right click and I can copy the link address and I come over here. This is the link from where I can do a wget to download this Apache Tomcat tarball. The complete tarball I can download through this. So now what I have to do that, since this is a URL I know, right? Let me do one thing. Let me open my student.sh script. Okay. So now what happened, right? I need to add, or I need to create one variable, something. I'll make it as a tomcat underscore URL is equal to copy paste this line. Is it clear? So it means that I'm making that as a variable. Clear? Guys, any doubts you have? Now, if you see it carefully, guys, if you see in this URL carefully, because this is downloading the 9.0.82 version. Correct? This is the version because this is the latest version available. Right? Tomorrow, if suppose some new version comes into this site, 9.0.84. So what happened automatically? Okay, this will be changed. The version will be changed to 9.0.82, and this will also will be changed to 9.0.8. Sorry, 8 from 82 to 84. This also 9.0.84 data. This is something like a major number. Means this is the main number. You could see that the Tomcat version started with a 9.0. So 9 is a major version. You know, earlier we had a Tomcat 8 also. So the major version was starting from 8 dot something. So Tomcat 9 tomorrow, if it will be changed to 10 also. So we are not sure about this actually. It means that dynamically, whichever is the latest Tomcat available, I need to download. But if I try to hard code like this, actually, hard code like this, so guys, what will happen? If you hard code it, always it will try to download the same package, the same version. Tomorrow, if it 9.0.86 come or 9.1.0 comes, you cannot download it because you have hard coded it. You shouldn't hard code like this size actually. So what you have to do that, you need to even keep a tab on your major version, and also you have to keep a tab on your Tomcat version. Clear? So now what you will do here, you will say, Rajesh, let me do one thing, Rajesh. Let me, this 9, the major version, right? Let me replace with some variable name. Just remove it. Now I'll just say dollar of tomcat underscore major underscore version. Good. Tomcat major underscore version. Now, what is this 9.0.82 and 9. This is nothing but the Tomcat version, right? So let me even replace this variable also. So here, what I'm doing that dollar of tomcat underscore major underscore version. Fine. Let me remove this also. What I will do that I will just say dollar of tomcat underscore version. Okay, this also what I will do that I need to replace this value also 9.0.82 with the Tomcat version. Dollar of Tomcat underscore version. So let me check if I did any mistake. Okay, Tomcat of major underscore version. V of 9. That is Tomcat underscore version. Bin Apache Tomcat. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Right. Now what I will do, guys, because I'm installing a Tomcat, so let me pass the Tomcat when I'm running a script, right? I can pass the pass the Tomcat version as a parameter itself when I'm running the script actually. Because whichever Tomcat version which I need, right? I can pass it as a parameter. So I need to pass it as a positional parameter or the argument actually. So that's the reason what happened, right? Here you can come over here and you can just say that actually that Tomcat underscore version is equal to $1. It means that you need to pass as a parameter. Correct? While running the script itself, you have to pass it actually. Right? So And what else you have? You have something known as a tomcat underscore major underscore version. Okay, let me add even that variable also. Tomcat underscore major underscore. Make sure that you are not doing any spelling mistake guys while typing it, right? Okay. Now what happened, guys? When you are running this, when you are actually passing this Tomcat version, like for example, if I'm passing 9.0.82, this is the version I need it actually. So out of which you could see that what is a major number, here it is 9 only. So it means that I need only this first character. For that, what you have to do, that you have to, from the major version, you need to just extract the first digit actually, or the first character. So for doing that, what you can do, you can either use the cut command or using awk command, right? So tomcat underscore major underscore version is equal to dollar of, I can use this tomcat version, right? So what I'll do, I'll just say echo dollar of tomcat version, pipe it to cut. Because it is in a dot, I use a hyphen D delimiter, and I need just the first field. That's all. Is it clear? Suppose, okay. Suppose, for example, if you open the script, you could see that the Tomcat version. So let me assign the value for the Tomcat version. What is the version you have to assign? Tomcat version is equal to 9.0.82 something. I'm assigning this value. Now you see what I'm doing. So you could see that if I'm running this command like this, see, am I not getting the value 9 now? So you're just cutting it. So what is the echo dollar Tomcat? It will show you this complete. So you are just assigned to it. Out of which I need this first digit only. You are just cutting. Either you can use a awk command or cut command. I'm using a cut command here so that I will get the first field actually. So you got this value. So this I need it because here in the script, I am treating it as a tomcat underscore major underscore version because I need to replace this actually. Tomorrow you say that Rajesh, I want 8.0.10. Okay, you can even download 8.0.10. But prior to that, actually, you need to pass the appropriate URL because we don't know what dynamically you have to do, right? Dynamically, you have to take care of it, means that you have to do the modification in the URL also. That's the reason these 3 steps I have did it. Is it fine, guys? Any doubts you have here?
No, sir.
Did you understood it?
Yeah,
Rudraya, did you understood why I'm doing all these things? I don't want to make it as a statically. This is the static URL, right? This will only, with this only you will try to install only your Tomcat 9.0.9.0.82. Tomorrow, if the Tomcat 10 comes, 10.0.2, what you will do? You have to go to the script and again change this URL. You cannot go and change again, right? So you have to make sure that in whichever, whatever version you want, right? Appropriate it has to take care. So then you have to do some kind of a alteration here. So that's the reason I did some modification here. So I added these 3 variables. So I needed this. Is it clear?
Yes,
Good.
clear, Rajesh.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now you can even print it also. Like for example, okay, fine. You will say that, okay, Rajesh, you're doing things, sir. Echo Tomcat major version. Just for your understanding, Tomcat major version is just you're printing it. That's all. So always make sure that actually, okay, echo Tomcat URL dollar of Tomcat. Just see what you will get the echo here. So sh space student.sh. Now, guys, when you're running this sh space student.sh, you have to pass the value, because that here what happened, right? In your script, you know very well that you already assigned, you already make sure that whenever you need a Tomcat version, you need to pass a dollar. $1 is the first parameter. So it means that when you're running a script, always you have to make sure that your script, you have to pass it. Even that also we will try to, we will try to even write a usage function. So student.sh. So 9.0.82 or 84. What is it? 82. See? Can you see? Major number 9. And the Tomcat URL. See, this is the Tomcat URL. Fine. So this is successfully, it is working. So whenever anything is successfully executing, working, and you have used echo command, you can either remove or you can even put the comment also. So in the real time, we'll always use echo to make sure that whatever you're doing, right, it works fine. So I'm not removing the line. I can remove it. Okay, later, once your script become robust, where are you using echo command? No, you can everything you can remove. Make sure that it shouldn't get executed. Why you are unnecessarily executing, right? Here I'm just commenting. Later, tomorrow you can remove it also. The complete line can be removed. So let me keep as it as of now. Okay, but this will not get executed because I have put as a I have started with the hash, right? So it will act like a comment actually. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now what happened? The problem is that actually here you could see, suppose for example, I'm just running a student.sh. It's a student.sh. You're not passing anything. See, still you could see that all the steps are running. So it means that if you are not passing the version of the Tomcat, right, nothing should work on. It should exit out. It means that when you're running a script, the prerequisite that actually you have to pass the Tomcat version. So you have to even write a usage function saying that whenever you're running a script, anybody's running a script, he has to always make sure that whenever he's executing a script by using sh command, sh space student.sh, he has to always pass the Tomcat version which he requires. If he's not passing, your script should not run at all. See, but whereas here you could see that the script is executing even though you're not passing it. Even though you're not passing it, is executing, but it should come out right. It shouldn't happen. So what you have to do that you have to write a usage function.
Otherwise, during runtime, we can ask the customer, right?
No, you have to write it. You have to make it sure that your script shouldn't get executed at all. All these things should never happen. It should just exit out if you're not passing any parameter. Why you have to install MariaDB and all if you're not passing it? No, it should. So what you have to do here, the condition is that actually, what's the condition you have to add? User must provide the Tomcat version through the arguments, through the args. If he is not passing, then it should fail. So for that, what you're doing here, come out to your shell, open the script, student.sh. Now what happened, guys? Here, what happened now? You are passing some Tomcat version, right? So what is a Tomcat version? You're passing it here. Rajesh, in our case, now, as of now, I am passing the parameters as what is it? 9 point, what is it? 0.82. Yeah, this is the parameter I'm passing, 9.0.82. Right? This is nothing but it is a string actually. It is a string. It's a string. So if the Tomcat version is empty, it means that if you're not passing it is an empty, right? Then what you have to do that you have to say that Tomcat version is not provided and you have to exit out from your script execution. So what I can do here, I can just do a you can even go to the Google. What you can say, how to check the what is it? How to check the empty string in shell script. You have to use a hyphen z option actually. See here? Check if the string is empty or not. See, can you see? S you can use, but we use a z option. See, hyphen z option. So can I use this option? Yes, I can use this option. Come over here. What you're going to do? If hyphen z option, if hyphen z option, what is it? Hyphen z means Tomcat underscore version, whatever you are passing, right? If it is an empty, it means that if you're not passing anything, then oh sorry, what I did. Then you have to just say echo Tomcat version is not provided, and then exit down. That's all. Now you see that, guys. So if I'm executing script, ss space student.c, if I'm not executing, Tomcat version is not provided like this, right? You can even add the color also, right? So you need to add the red color, right? So use a, sorry, when E array, what happened, man? Okay, hyphen E dollar of R space dollar, some coloring, so that red color. See, you get this like a red color. Tomcat version is not provided, right? So it means that if you're not passing it, then it means that your script will not execute further anything. It will just execute. It will just exit from and it will come out. Right? Or else what you can do is you can actually call a usage function, or you can implement a usage function. Right? How to do that? Okay, let me do that also so that it will be good for everyone. So let me do one thing. I will write a usage function where I can even write at the top also, top of the script actually. So what I can do here, I can write a USAG usage function. Echo dollar of USAGE colon dollar of 0 means your script name space. You need to pass some Tomcat version like this. So what do you mean by $0 guys? I'll put the hash. $0 means what? $0 means what? Your script name is nothing but $0. Right? What is a dollar hash in your script? It is nothing but the number of arguments, total count number of arguments, and dollar star or dollar hash or dollar at we use for your all arguments. Right? This is not but the positional parameter, what we discussed long back. Right? So you have to always say that, okay, let me close this with the floor packet. This is the usage function. Right? This is not but the usage function. Now what you're doing here, if dollar of if this Tomcat underscore version is an empty string, then what you have to do that you can say Tomcat version is not provided, fine, that is fine. But instead of it, I would rather say that you need to call that usage function. So better you call the usage function. Just call the function USAG. You call this function usage function, and then exit out from the script. Actually. Now let's see. So I'll say ss space student.sh. See, student, and it means that while executing it, you have to execute this with you have to pass the Tomcat version also. This itself is saying, okay, it means that when I'm executing script, it has to even, you have to even pass it. Like this, you'll get to know. Is it clear, guys? Till here?
Yes, right.
It's easy, right? Do you feel any difficulty?
And it's easy for me to more practice.
So open the student.sh. Fine, we have achieved till here. Okay, anything else is there? Nothing, that's all. Student, okay, go Tomcat user ID, check it. Okay, fine, good. Now, so now the question comes, guys, one more important thing. Like, for example, when you're downloading it, actually, what happened, right? You'll download it, you'll get this file actually. See, when I try to do a copy this line, go to your script, go to your system, come out from scripts, and or else let me be there only. So when I do a duplicate of this entire line, enter, you see here it has downloaded this file. What is that file? Where is the file? Apache-tomcat.tar.gz. See, you have got it. Even you need to get this also, right? Once you download it, you need to get the file name also, right? With that. So what you're doing here, you need to get the file name. So what is happening here in this case is that actually you could see that actually you want to download this file. Okay, you downloaded that file, but what is happening is that actually that you need to even print, or you need to get this last string. You need to get this file name also. It means that, because later what I will do, I will try to do an untar. I'll try to extract it. I'll use a tar-xvf command to extract it. So, but I need to get the reference of this file, right? After downloading, how we are going to get the reference? So it means that let me add one more variable. So where I'll do after the Tomcat URL. Okay, let me remove these lines. Echo command so that it will not confuse. Okay. After that, what I will do that I will use a tomcat underscore or tomcat underscore tar file. I need a tar underscore file is equal to what I have to do. Whatever the output you are getting from the tomcat URL, right? That I need to extract this only this string I want to extract it. How we are going to do? We can use a cut or the awk command, anything. I'll just a dollar of what is it? Echo space dollar of tomcat underscore URL. Because I need the last field actually, I'll use a pipe it to awk of hyphen capital F field separator. Here everything is a slash actually. So I'll just say slash. Okay, and then I would use print of last I need, right? Last. So print of dollar of NF. Like that's all. Then you say echo dollar of, okay, tomcat tar file dollar of tomcat tar. I'm just trying to print it. See, now let's see now. So when I'm running the script ss space student.sh, I have to pass 9.0.82, right? 82. See. Error function not found. What I did, man? Function, okay. Usage function. Okay, tomcat underscore URL packet to this is correct. Tomcat underscore URL is correct. And tomcat tar file. Okay, sorry, I need to close bracket. I missed it. You see here, you got this file name, right? Did you understood? So what I did here, guys, I tried to, yes, I tried to, with this tomcat URL, you just try to get this last file name. You need to get the complete tarball, right? So that's the reason you use this variable. From this echo, you just use the awk command to just print this last field, which is known as the NF field, we say. NF field will display the last field of that particular string actually. So here you could see that in upcoming, I will use awk command, I'll use set command effectively in everywhere wherever it is required. Till here, are you okay, guys? Rudraya?
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good, sir. It is taking long time, but we will try to finish it, sir. Actually, because it will be.
No,
I
sir.
don't know.
Sir, it's necessary because every day I'm also using those things. I'm
Yeah.
struggling. Today I got a clear idea about it.
Correct.
Why
So,
it's
yeah. Now, so now, what I'm saying that it's more than 1.5 hours. but I will try to continue now, and I'll try to finish this because it will take another 45 minutes more.
Yeah, sir, take your time, no problem. I am
Please
there only.
attend it. And if you want break, I will take a break of 15 minutes or something. I'll pause the video.
Sir, we'll take a 5 minutes break. We'll have a little water and washroom. Then we'll continue.
Sure. What about Ravikant, Rudraya?
Yeah,
Is it
fine,
Fine,
Rajesh.
fine, sir.
Sure. Thank you. So let me pause the video. So pause the video. How to pause it? Let me check.
Sir, you have water, some
Pause
water.
the recording. Yeah, pause the recording. I'm pausing the recording. Okay, so guys, so what we have did here, we at the last step before we went, right, like we came up with this variable as a tomcat_tar_ file. But you have seen one thing, observed very carefully, that actually that when I missed out closing this double quotes, you saw that we got some error. Now, when you're writing a script and all this time, the script was working fine only. Suddenly you missed it and something it's getting failure, right? So what you have to understand very clearly that actually, okay, till up to some step only, up to some step which I implemented, it is working fine. Now, suddenly if I added some more lines of some more codes, then the script start failing. So you have to clearly understand, okay, whatever I did last edited or last lines which I added, right, there only it should be a problem. So what I did, right, I didn't go anywhere. I just came to this line only. Okay, now I saw that, okay, I missed this double quote. Here, open the double quote. I missed it to close it here. That's the reason I identified the error, right? You cannot go to because the script was already working fine. Because of this, adding this 2 line only, the script started failing. So it means that there could be some syntax error, there could be some missing codes, something would be there which is causing the script to fail. Is it clear, Vaibhav? Is it clear, Rudra?
Yes, sir.
So you need not to get panic. What script? You added the 2 lines, right, at the end, right? Like before we went for a break, we added this 2 lines. 100% there should be issue with these 2 lines only, right? So you should always tactically think in that way. Clear? Now, okay, good. Now what happened, right? What else you need, sir? Like in this scripts, I need to download it, find, okay, I have the step, I have the URL, I have the variable also, and I need to untar it. Okay, I have a tarball. I need to get inside this Apache-Tomcat folder. Yes, you need to get into this Tomcat folder also. Yes, right. Now what we will do here, we will try to write it actually. Come over here, come down. So I have achieved something. Let me write a Tomcat tar file. Okay, I can even comment this line also. Okay, I don't need it. Okay. After validating, here what happened is you have to say that hash installing Tomcat. So installing Tomcat server. Okay, what I will do here, while installing Tomcat, let me create a directory. mkdir-p parent, create a directory under /opt Tomcat. Under that /opt Tomcat, I will try to download the package. Share it to this Tomcat and then do a duplicate command and use a $of what is it actually Tomcat_URL. You have to give this right Tomcat_URL, right? $Tomcat_URL. And call the validator. Downloading. After that, what you have to do that you have to extract a tarball. To extract tarball, use a tar-xf space $of Tomcat underscore what is it tar_ file, right? Then again ampersand double greater than $of log_ file, and then you can even call the validator $of question mark space extracting JSON file, something. Correct? Extracting or untarring it, whatever you can use the property. Okay, so in every step you could see that whatever I'm doing, I'm calling a valid function to verify that these steps are getting executed always. That is always a good practice. Correct. And also I'm redirecting the output to a log file. And I'm appending actually. I'm using double greater than, and I'm running this everything in the background. That's what you are using ampersand. It means that you're executing this command, everything in the background. The output you are redirecting to the log file. Is it clear? Now, after you extract it and everything, see now what happened, right? I will say this file. So you will say that Rajesh, I got this tar file. Where is the tar file? There, right? What I will do, I'll say tar -xf, okay, Apache -tomcat. See, I'm extracting it. You got the tar file. See, you got a directory with this Apache -tomcat 9.0. Now you have to get inside the directory. See to the directory. Now you say ls, you'll get all the files actually. So it means that you need to even get the tomcat directory, right? The directory name, right? Correct? You have to get the tomcat directory, right? So what you have to do that? Yeah, what you have to do that now? Open the student.tar.sh, sorry, come over here, add one more variable. What is that variable? Tomcat underscore dir directory is equal to here. Guys, now how you can get the tomcat directory? So when you get the tomcat tar file, you will get the tar file, right? You will get the tar file. With what time you'll get a tar file? You'll get a tar file Apache -tomcat 9.0.8. But this is the only extension you're getting it actually. If you remove this .tar.gz, is it not same thing as this? Yeah, it means that you have to only remove this .tar.gz. For that, I can use a set command. So how to do it? Student.set, come over here, tomcat underscore dar. Okay, what I will do that, I will use a $of echo space $of tomcat underscore tar file, type it to set -e, search for .tar.gz string, replace with nothing, empty, g means globally, and then close with this bracket. And you can even echo it, echo tomcat directory $of tomcat here. Clear? Now let us run the script and see whether you're able to get that. sh space student.sh space 9.0.82. Enter. See, can you see? Have you got the tomcat directory with this name? Now I got this. So I can use that variable, right? In my script. Yes, you can use that variable. So open that student.tar. So come down here. So after extracting the tarball, now what you have to do that, you have to extract tarball, you have to do a CD to that directory, right? You have to just say CD $of tomcat underscore dir. CD to the $of tomcat underscore dir. So now what is my steps is that what here, once you extract it, you have to do CD to the tomcat. After you're doing the CD to tomcat, you have to go to this web apps and you need to copy that student.war file under the web apps. Correct? Now, how you're going to do? Let me know one thing. Let me do directly to the CD web apps. Right? And now what happened that you need to use a wget command. Wget command, and what I have to do means, because I need to copy the student.var. If you go to my AWS account, and if you go to the services, here you have a S3 bucket. Go to the S3 bucket, and there is one bucket is there. So this is the only bucket. I will go to this bucket. You could see that I have this student.var file. Just click on this. You need to get this URL. Copy this object URL, and then come over here in the script and do this, paste like this. So it means that you are doing wget. But this URL also what happened, right? You can make it as a you can make it into a variable actually. How to do it? Come over here. So guys, always you make sure that whenever, see, even like for example, you're having this Tomcat URL like this, right? You're having this Tomcat URL, right? See, always you have to make sure that this is a Tomcat major version. Like for example here, for example, in this example, it is 9, like this. Nine value, right? After that, sorry. No, what is it? Tomcat download URL, right? So you can arrange. So somebody sees it, this becomes a very good readable format like this. What is it? Tomcat forming tar file like this. Understood? Why I'm doing this? Because this look little clumsy. It was. Now it's somewhat it is getting good format. So, right? And what is this? Let me remove this so that I don't need this line. Now let me do it. I will say hash of what is it? Tomcat directory. Right? And then let me remove even this also. I don't need it. Now what else I need it? I will just say Tomcat. What I need, guys? I need a is it student or the student var application, right? Var file, right? For that, what I have to do that I have to use one variable student underscore var underscore file is equal to give that copy the URL like this. Clear? Is it clear till here? So
Sir,
what I have to do here? I have to just use with yes.
I have one doubt, sir. Actually, this WAR file have a static URL. So why we are defining this variable and using
No, this see, this is your war file. This war file will be given by your developer.
Yes.
So what developer will do? Developer will put your application into some Nexus artifactory and he will give the complete URL right to you.
Yes.
He'll say go and download from that URL, from that path. So give that URL. So you are this just so what I did here, right? Somebody has designed this student URL. I have kept in my S3 bucket.
Okay.
So I'm just calling that URL. So what I will do here? Student war file. What I will do here? I have got inside your web apps. Now I have to just call a variable. You have to call that. What is that? Student underscore var underscore file. Student underscore var underscore file. Correct? That's all. Clear?
No, sir. My concern is this URL is there, then we can directly use a wget over here inside.
I'm just saying that. See what happened. No, tomorrow, suppose you are doing wget in many other location, you might be doing it actually. Hence, it is always defined. It is always better to define into some variable and always use that variable wherever appropriately.
Okay, got it.
That's all simple. There's no other thing. Yeah. Now here, what you did here. So you have the student var file. And again, what you have to do, guys? You have to again did a CD to this, right? And you have to call a validate function. Oh, sir, what is it, sir? That's the reason, guys. Script file will will go very lengthy because that you will be doing many things actually. See, downloading student app. Correct. Now see how many lines of code we have written till now. Set a new. Okay. We already written 94. Still another 40-50 lines will come. So your script will be like 150 lines of code. Right? Okay. Now, after that, what you're doing here, once you try to copy under the web apps, you are into the CD web apps, okay, and then you copied it. Now you have to go to the lib directory, and then you need to copy or you need to download that MySQL connector. So for that, what you will do? Again, the same question. Come here. Rajesh, you are in the web apps now. Come out from there. cd2 ... cd2 ... One step back, then you go to the lib directory. Correct? And then you do a wget. Wget to what? Wget to a wget to what? Wget to this URL. Which is that URL? Wget to this connector. See, this is what MySQL connector Java 8. I need this one. So you need to copy this here and you need to do a wget. Instead it, what I will do here, I will go here and the same thing actually. MySQL, something like I will make as a MariaDB or MySQL driver, something. Hash MySQL driver. Sorry. So what you will do that, you will just say MySQL underscore driver is equal to give this complete URL. Right? Then copy this variable and come over here. And then just to do a wget of that dollar of that variable name. That's all. And you know very well that Rajesh, I have to even call a validate also. Okay. Validate also you do it. Is downloading MySQL. Is it clear? Now, after that, what you have to do here, guys, you have to come over here and you have something like a conf directory. Under the conf directory, you need to open this context.xml and you need to add this complete line. You need to add this complete line. How you are going to do that? How you are going to do that? So what I will do here, I will come over here. So I will just, you're in the zip directory, you have to get into the conf directory, you have to cd //conf. You have to get inside the conf directory, correct? And now what happened that you have to, you have to, what happened that you have to edit the context.xml file under the conf directory. See, if you come over here, if you see this is the directory, you have to get inside directory. And that you have a conf directory. Under that, can you see there's a context.xml file is there. In this file, what happened, right? You need to add here that lines. Here you need to add it. See, you need to add it here. This entire line, you need to add it here. Yesterday we did all these things. Right? This also, under this lines also will be given by the developer only. Because here what happened, right? As I mentioned yesterday, if you see it here, I mentioned yesterday that, for example, your Tomcat server has to communicate with your database. And in the database, that is your MariaDB, you have a database by name student app, and under that you have a students table. So your var file, the student.var file, that's the application, it has to communicate or it has to do it. How the Tomcat server will know that under which database schema, under which table it has to communicate. This line or this resource name will signify that. So under this, under the conf, you have a context.xml is there. Under that, you need to add this line. So this will tell that, okay, what is the JDBC URL you're using? It's a MySQL JDBC URL you're using. So what is it? Okay, under the localhost 3306. Okay, this is the nothing but your MySQL or the MariaDB port number, which the database is running. Under that, there is a student app is there. Okay, so it has to connect through it. What is the username? Oh, this is a username student and this is a password. See, you have added all these things under this resource name. This entire two line, this has to be added into the context.xml file. That is what we are doing. So now you are automating that, right? You cannot just say that you cannot do it manually, right? You have to automate it when a script is running, the script which should take care of copying these lines and doing it, right? How you are automating or how you can automate it. Okay. So right now I'm not saving this file, guys. I just showed you. So you could see that this content is not there. So now what happened, right? You have to come out from the conf directory. Sorry, I have to go to the script directory, and under that you have a student.html. Here you have to come at the end. So under the conf, what you have to do here, you have to use a set command with the -option. -I means edit it actually. Edit it. Edit means insert. Edit means do the changes to the original file only. So what to do that? You have to use a put $of, okay, I end, dollar means end. So copy this line, go here and paste it here like this. Okay, close this with your driver underscore. Yes, close this and use which is the file which you are doing, context.xml. And now you have to use a validate. What is it? Added AB resource in context.xml. Clear? Now you are doing everything here, guys. Can you see here? If you go to the op directory and you go to the Tomcat directory, can you see here? Can you see here? Tomcat has been extracted. Yeah, go to the Tomcat. So can you see here? There's a conf directory. Yes. Can you see there the context.xml? Yes. Can you see there's any resource with the resource name? So that has not been added. Now, if you run the script, you could see that it will edit this file. See, come out here. Go back to your home CentOS scripts. Right, ss space student.ss space. What is our version? What's our version, guys? Tomcat 9.0.8.2. Yes, 9.0.882. Run the script. Let's see how it works. Okay, see, you could see that it is extracted, and also what happened that you are downloading and everything. Okay, this also message you're getting extracting and all. Okay, you can just add it actually. What you can do it here. So now it is done now, right? Now if you go to the CD to the /opt Tomcat directory, under that if you go to the Apache Tomcat, and then like if you go to the conf directory and you could do the context.xml file, you could see that this line has been added here. Is it clear? This line has been added here. It means that my script is perfectly working fine. But here, if you notice one thing, under the opt Tomcat, see, first time the Apache got downloaded, you could see that the tarball. Second time also it got downloaded. As n number of time you keep running, it will keep downloading. Even you can stop that also. How you can? So it means that you need to make sure that when you're writing a script, if the Tomcat Apache Tomcat 9.0.82, if this directory already exists, then don't download the tarballs. So right now I will just run the script. Later I will try to alter the script so that it shouldn't go always with the downloading the tarball and extracted. Why you have to do that? Right? It shouldn't do that. Right? And come over here. Come to the script. /home CentOS scripts student.xml. So what I did here, guys, I tried to do even this also. We can do this. Wget ampersand double greater than $of log underscore file. Same thing here also. Wget ampersand of greater than double greater than $of log underscore. Right? So okay, fine. Set is done. It is done. Okay, fine. Now again you try to run it. ss space student.ss space. .ss space 9.0.82. Perfectly, it is working fine. See, you're getting this output like this. Clear? Bio, others guys, is it clear till here?
Yes, sir. Yes, clear.
Clear.
Good. So now after this is done, so it means that you almost achieve everything. So if you go here, you almost achieve everything. This one. Now you need to just start the Tomcat actually. You need to just start the Tomcat. What you will do here, you will come over here in the script student.sh. So what you will do at the end, go to the end of the file, and then like after that you're still under the conf directory. You come out from there, you go to the bin directory and do a sh space startup.sh. You need to start the service actually, right? And then even you validate it actually. Okay, starting Tomcat service or Tomcat, starting Tomcat, or you can just Tomcat started. Clear? So now say this file and now try to run the script. Let's see. So you have to pass it parameter, you know that 9.0.82. You have to pass that. See, it has started the Tomcat. Okay. Can even open the script, bin.sh. Okay. Yeah, bin directory. Yeah, that's fine. So now what you have to do that, guys, it has started a Tomcat. So Tomcat installed, you're up. So first what you'll do that, let me go to my server, right? How you'll do, you'll go over here, you go to the EC2. Now what you'll do, you'll go to the instance, copy the public IP. First, let us check whether your Tomcat is running or not. So you'll do a :8080. So you could see that there is some issue. Yes, now it has loaded. See, Tomcat 9.8.0.2 is loaded. Now what happened that you have a student, you have deployed student. Let me run the student, start student and enter. Can you see? See, now your application is running. Is it clear? So it means that everything is perfectly working fine. So I'll do Rajesh, Bangalore, age, qualification, percentage, year of pass out is 2015, something register. So it means that, see, this is perfectly working fine. It means that my application is working fine, my database is working fine, my application is able to communicate with the database and everything. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rajesh.
So it means that through the script we have achieved till here. So now what is our next tie? Now what is the next thing? We have to install the Nginx or the web server. If you see it actually, you have to install the Nginx, right? This is the Nginx or the web server also, you have to install it. So we are doing everything in a same server only. I could have run this in a different server because in the real time, we don't install all the things in the same server. We will have a different server. In the different servers, we will try to install the respective servers. Like for example, we'll take one server where we'll install the app. We'll make it as an application server by installing a Tomcat, by configuring it, as well as by placing the application into the web apps directory. Similarly, the database also same thing. We'll install the MySQL database or Oracle database or MariaDB database or Redis or whatever, and then we will get inside with the help of a client. We will get inside it. We'll create a tables and everything. We'll do it everything, right? But you can automate. So it means that you can write a separate script when you're configuring this. When you're creating this server, you try to segregate the entire script into 3 different scripts. Where once the first script will try to create the application server or not, but your Tomcat server will get executed, installed, and everything configured. And the second script you run it so that it's going to configure the database. And the third script, we're going to configure the web server. But here I'm doing everything in a single server only, in a single script only. Correct? Sometime what happened? No. Sometime what happened? Suppose, for example, I'm running this. I'm just telling you for your information. Suppose like I'm running the script again. Here what happened? No, I'm starting this. When I'm running this script again, what happened that even this script will also get executed. What this script will do, it will start the Tomcat server, but already the Tomcat server is running. But again, when you're running it, right, it will throw in a saying that address already in use. So you'll get something like a bind exception, address already in use. So it means that sometime what happened, right? Already some server is running, you're restarting or you're just starting one more time. What happened, right? It is going to recreate one more process, Tomcat process. So that will even affect the original, that will affect even the original process. So always make a habit of first doing a shutdown of it and then you're starting it. So how we are going to do it? So you'll say that after getting into the bin, first run the shutdown.sh. Okay, so let me do thing. Let me run the script. Okay, and say ampersand double greater than dollar of log underscore file. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Hello. हाँ हाँ अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है ओके ओके 1 second please. Okay, so guys, so first you need to stop it, and then what happened that you need to start it. This is how you have to always make habit actually, because you might not know whether it's already running or not. If it is not running, if you're starting, then it is fine. So assume that it's already running, right? Then what happened, right? You have to always make sure, first make sure that it should get stopped, and then you should to get started. This is the very good habit. You have to always do it whenever you write a script. Clear? Clear,
Yes, sir.
guys? Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
good. Yeah, very good. Now what you have to do that, now it's the final thing now that you need to install the Nginx. Guys, make sure that actually what I'm doing here, if you open the script, I'm trying to create for the Tomcat, I'm creating a directory. See, for the Tomcat, MariaDB is all over. For the Tomcat, what I'm doing, I'm created a directory mkdir-p/opt Tomcat. And then what happened, right? I'm getting inside this, and then I'm doing wget. So it means that I'm configuring Tomcat everything under this path only. Correct? So here you can place it anywhere. It is just my path. So I have chosen under the opt directory. I'm creating a Tomcat. There I'm trying to install my Tomcat. So this is not fixed. You can do it anything in the real time. When you go to the company, maybe you might be see that, oh, under the /prod/b, under that they have configured the Tomcat. So it is not specific. There is no specified path that it has to install be there only. No, you can place it anywhere. Clear? So that's the reason what happened right here. What I'm doing here, I always check it. Okay, whether all the things are working fine here. So what I'll do, I'll go to the /opt Tomcat. Here I will see, okay, Tomcat is there. But you could see here again. You see, this is getting downloaded. Even I can even control this also. Later I'll show you. It means that if you find this directory already exists under this path, then don't download it. That I will try to edit, or I'll try to change so that it even that scenario also will be covered. Is it clear? Okay, good.
Yes.
Very good. Now, so coming back here, I'll go to the /home CentOS. What is it? Scripts. Open the student.xml file. Sorry, is this file? Go at the end. So I need to install the Nginx. To install the Nginx, guys, you have to use a yum install command nginx-y. Okay, and then say ampersand double greater than dollar of log underscore file. Okay. So then you know very well that Rajesh, you need to validate it actually. Right? To validate it, you know very well that you need to call the validate function, validate space dollar of question mark space, then you say that installing something. Nginx. Okay, let us even check this also whether Nginx is installing or not. So obviously it will install. So student.ss space 9.0.82. That's the version you have to always pass it. Yes. Okay, zipping it, Tomcat started, installing Nginx. Also, Nginx is installed. As soon as the Nginx is installed, guys, you'll see under etc directory, there will be an Nginx folder will be created. And if you do an lsfnl, this is the configuration file of your Nginx. So you could see that there's a conf.d is there. There is a nginx.conf is there, as well as there is something like a default.d. These are some of the important config, not some, all are the important configuration file for your Nginx. Correct? Now,
Yes.
yes. Now, if you open the nginx.conf, this is very, very important configuration file, guys. This is one of the very important configuration file. If you open it, and if you come over, this is a very big configuration file. We will try to understand it not in this session. Under some other sessions, I will try to explain about this configuration file, right? But if you try to come over here, you could see that there is one important is something known as locations actually, right? Locations. So your nginx, you need to make your nginx as a reverse proxy server. You have to make it as a reverse proxy. So you have to configure nginx in such a way that it acts like a reverse proxy server. Okay. So now if you go back to your configuration file here, TLS server. Slash is there, slash 404, slash, okay. Yeah, include nginx.conf, okay. Nginx.conf is there. I want checking the default actually. That's it. So, okay, this is the default actually. This is the include nginx default.conf d. Under that, we used to have one section actually, location slash, but here you are having a location. Okay, so here you are having a location, right? Whenever you are trying to access anything slash with this, actually with this HTML file, right? With this, you will get an error page actually. Similarly, whenever you're trying to access anything with a slash with the 50x, right? HTML, right? You'll get this error page. You'll get this error message. Like that, you are actually adding a location actually of your URL. So here, guys, what you're doing, right? Actually, basically, you have to configure this as a reverse proxy. But you could see that actually that what you have to do, you have to even here it says that even you can include, suppose you have your own configuration file, you can place your configuration file under nginx default.d. Under that, you can have your own configuration file. So what I will do, instead of using this nginx.conf file, I will create my own config file, which I will call it as a something student.conf. But where I have to create under the default directory. So if you see there's a default directory is there, I will go inside default directory, default.d directory. Under that, there's nothing. I will create my own conf file, student.conf. I'll open this file. Now what I will do, I will add it. So before that, what we discussed here, I said here earlier that you have to make your nginx works as a reverse proxy. Now, basically, the question comes, sir, what is a proxy server? So, guys, in a very layman term, like for example, in a very layman term, suppose assume that in your home, you are sitting and you are connected over the laptop. Assume that this is your laptop. This is a laptop, this is your local server, or this is your server, right? Now, what happened, right? Whenever you have your laptop, okay, you have to connect to the outside world over the internet. You want to connect it actually. This is your internet actually. Okay, instead of using this, let me use this. This is your internet actually. This is your internet, right? Always what happened, right? You want to, whenever you want to connect the internet, what happened, right? Basically what happened, your ISP, internet service provider, okay, they will configure and they will provide you, they will have one proxy server here in between. So this is nothing but your local machine or the laptop or your system where you're sitting and working. Okay, here what happened that you have something is a proxy server. Now what the proxy server will do, suppose you're sitting in a system here and you're doing a www.google.com. You're hitting a URL actually like this. Right? What happened, right? Usually the request will go to your proxy server. From the proxy server, what happened? The request will go to the internet via the ISP. Via the ISP, internet service provider, what happened, right? The request will go to the outside world, which is nothing but to the internet it goes. So for the internet, what happened, right? It doesn't know that there is some other server at the back of your proxy server, because the internet will only communicate with your proxy server. Similarly, your system, your laptop, it need not to understand about the internet, how the connectivity is happening, how you are sending a packet, how you are sending a traffic. No, you need not to bother at all, because here everything will be taken care by your proxy server. So this we call it as a forward proxy server. So just telling in a very high level actually, right? So it means that you are accessing some website here, right? You are accessing google.com. So google.com is hosted in some server like this. This is a server which is there in the internet. Right. So your google.com website is hosted in this some machine, in this some server, in the internet. Right. So for this server also, it doesn't know about which server is, or which laptop or which client is accessing this application. It doesn't know about it, because there is a proxy in between. So how the communication happen, how the internet will come to know, it can only communicate to this proxy server only. So whenever the request is sent back, right, from the server where the website is hosted, right, it only sends the data to the proxy server like this. And from the proxy server, it sends back the data, or it sends the packet or data back to the client or to the laptop from where the traffic came in. So this is how what happened, right? The forward proxy works actually. From forward proxy server works. Is it clear? So this will act like your global network, right? This is a global network only, right? So proxy server it's like a server, it's a device or it's a system, okay, which connected to the internet, guys. We say which is connected to internet that accepts the client request and forward that to the destination server. That's what the proxy server does. So let me write down here. Proxy server is a device connected. Here we see device connected to the internet that accepts client's request and forward them to the destination server. So what exactly the main purpose of having this proxy server is that actually to keep this original machine hidden from your internet. So the internet shouldn't know that which is the system actually who's accessing the application. And also what happened, right? The proxy server will greatly help in caching also. We say caching technique. It means that here what happened, right? Is the proxy server also maintain a big cache system. Suppose you already access a website, google.com. Instead of redirecting it, what happened? The proxy server itself will serve the service to the client. So you have first time you have accessed the google.com, the proxy server will connect it and it will load all the web pages here. It will maintain the cache also. Next time when you are actually hitting the same URL, the proxy server will not redirect to the destination server. Instead, this itself will serve actually. So caching is a technique which is used for speeding up the access to the resource base. And that is also provided by your proxy server. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes.
So we call this as an open, or we can call it as an open proxy, or we can even call it as there are different types of proxy servers are there, guys. Reverse proxy, open proxy, storage proxies, a lot of different types of proxy servers are there. If you see it, actually, I will not go in detail now. I will have a separate session on that. Okay, different types of proxy servers. This is a very, very simple explanation I've did actually. What is a proxy server? Different types. If you see it, actually, there are various different types are there. Like, for example, what is a proxy server? What are the proxy necessity types? You could see that reverse proxy, high availability proxy, forward proxy, distortion. See, they are given all the different types of proxy servers. reverse proxy server. Right? Now, okay, what do you mean by reverse proxy? Okay, this is all fine. Now, what do you mean by reverse proxy? Okay, reverse proxy is something like, assume that we have an application server. So here in this case, we have a Tomcat server, right? Which is not but an application server. Suppose that, assume that actually that you have your client. This is your client actually. He want to access that application, the student application which is running the Tomcat. So what happened? In between, there will be a reverse proxy. This would be a reverse proxy. Now, whenever the client requests for some application, right? For example, I'm doing a google.com. I'm doing a google.com. So guys, do you know that, okay, in which server the google.com is hosted? Okay, I use a facebook.com. Do you know that where, do you know that where the Facebook is hosted, on which server and all? You're not aware, right? Because that all those informations are hidden to you. You will not be provided any access to that server where exactly your Facebook web page or where your Facebook application is running actually. How this is all taken care? This is all taken care because that there is a reverse proxy. It means that whenever the client, he want to access his application, he will send a packet. The packet will reach to your reverse proxy server. It will reach to a reverse proxy server. From the reverse proxy server, the request will go to your application like this. So here what happened, right? The client is not aware of your application server. He is not aware of what exact application server, where that application hosted, in which path the application hosted. Now, client is not at all bothered. He knows that there is some URL is there, www.google.com or www.facebook.com. I have to just hit that URL in the browser so that I can access that application. That's all. You are not aware at all. See here, for example, in our case, when I do it like this, see, when I access the application, that student application, what I did, right here, guys, see, I try to give this IP address of that public IP. I did even give a 8080 port number, and I even give the path of the application student, right? So if I'm giving this, if I'm giving this URL to anyone, right? Anybody will get to know, okay, some student application is there, which has been hosted in this application server, which is having this IP address. This is a public IP address. Oh, this port number 88 is being used, okay? And this is the path where he has kept the student application. Any hacker, if you give him this information, right, he is going to easily hack it. He can even get into the server and even he can hack, or even he can hack the code, hack the WAR file, or even he can, he can even destroy the files also. He can harm the files. So this is not the right condition. This is not the correct way to give. Instead, what you should give, you shouldn't give any port number. Directly like this, you should give. If you give directly like this, your application should be loaded. But now it is not loading because we have to configure the reverse proxy. So if I'm giving the URL like this now, guys, it means that your application should get loaded actually. That's the reason what happened, right? We are configuring the reverse proxy. So for the what reverse proxy will do, it will hide the application at all, where the application, in which path the application is there, everything, it will be hidden by you, backside by the reverse proxy. Is it clear? At this point of time, guys, this much is sufficient for you to understand. You need not to really you need not to really break your head much into this. So you have to only understand that under the forward proxy server, what happened that the proxy server will take care of all the information what is there in the internet, and what happened, the user, the end user, or the user, he need not to understand how exactly I'm getting connected to the internet, because from here you are sending a traffic, and the traffic flow and everything will be taken care of proxy server. The proxy server will be able to connect to the internet. Right? But whereas your end user, he will not be able to directly connect to the internet. Through a proxy server only, he has to get connected to the internet. But whereas here, whenever a client, end client or the customer, he want to access an application, he will not be given a direct control to access an application. In between, there will be a reverse proxy. Through the reverse proxy only, he'll be able to do it. How you can get the reverse proxy? You can take an Nginx server, that's a web server, you can make it to work as a reverse proxy. That's how Nginx web service is very much famous, because it acts like a reverse proxy. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So guys,
Rajesh.
do you think that I should continue here, because it is too much, right? I started at 5:30 and it is almost 8 o'clock. We'll stop
Sir,
it here.
Sir, what the part is remaining in this particular script?
So the
Or
part remaining is that actually I need to edit it. Actually, I can even do it in I can do it in some time. Give me some time, I can do it actually. Another 20 minutes more, I can complete this.
okay, sir, take your time. Actually, we are in flow only, so we'll finish.
Or else we can take 10 minutes. We'll pause the recording and take it 10 minutes.
No, sir. If you want, then we'll
No,
take
I
up.
don't need it. I don't need it actually.
Otherwise, we'll this finish in this flow. Actually,
Sure,
I'm excited to
good,
have.
good, sir. Good. Yeah, fine. Good. So now what you have to do now, under your, if you come to your server, as I said, right here, what I will do under your etc nginx default.d directory, under this, I have created my own configuration file. I'm not using the nginx.conf. I'm creating my own configuration file known as a student.nginx. What I have to add, I have to add these lines actually. So what I have to do that here, I have to say that, Rajesh, I have to add something like location slash, open the bracket, proxy underscore pass. You have to say HTTP colon, what is your local host IP address, guys? 2127.0.0.1, and you know that it is running into the port number 8080 slash, and then say semicolon. Then what else? You have a proxy. If you see the syntax, you'll understand. Proxy underscore set underscore header. I remember all these things. That's what a header space host dollar of host. Okay, and then write PROXY. So just make sure the spelling is right. Set underscore header. What is it? X hyphen real IP. IP dollar of remote underscore ADDR. These are the only lines you need to add it. This is the only line. So you have to copy this, come over here, and what you have to do under the studio.conf, you have to create this file under which path? Under default.d. And this default.d, here you have to open this file and then just paste this line. That's all. And save this file. Clear? And
Yes.
save this file. That's all you have to do. So what you have to do here is that actually, if you come over here and if you open the nginx.conf, I'm just seeing again on the second, include defaults. I don't know why here it is missing a location. It will be like this actually. Location is equal to, I think they have already removed it actually. And load the configuration file is something. Okay. It is not there. I don't know. They have updated the latest engine, right? I'm not seeing that one. Okay. Okay. Sorry. This is what you have to edit it, but how you are going to automate it actually. So after installing Nginx, you will say that Rajesh, I want to create this student.conf.doi, right? What you can do, you can go back to the server or go back to your script actually, /home CentOS script, open that student.html, go back to the end of the file, and then like do one thing, just say echo, okay, dollar. Sorry guys, I should have save that file. etc nginx default.d, open that student.cat, copy this content. I'll copy this and everything here under our notes. It's already there, but yeah, under our notes actually. So what I will do that I will copy this, the complete line. I need this. Copy this. Go back to your home CentOS scripts. Open the student.html. Go to the end of the file. Just say echo. And just paste this line. Okay, and close the single quote and do a greater than etc. What is that file? etc nginx slash default.d slash student.conf file. Clear? And clear? And after this, once you are changing this one, what you have to make sure you have to restart the nginx section. To restart it, you have to use the systemctl restart nginx inginx. Then you have to use a validate, call a validate, user $? Space nginx restarted something. Okay, so this is what it means, that after installing your nginx, you are actually adding this string under this path actually, right? And then you are restarting. This is what you're doing as part of making your nginx as a reverse proxy. Clear? Now I will save this file. Now what I will do, I will go to the etc nginx. I'll go to the defaults.d directory. There I have already created a file manually. Let me remove it because I need to run through the script actually. So now I have removed it, right? So let me check whether nginx is installed. Nginx system like systemctl status nginx. See, nginx is dead. It is not active. So I can even run systemctl restart nginx. It will be started. Then again you do the status. Now you could see that the nginx is up and running. But that's fine. That I'm making sure that through the script I'm doing it actually. Right? So now coming back here, go back to the slash home, CentOS, and go to your scripts directory. Okay, open one more time. Let me cross-verify it one more time if everything is fine. I'm just checking systemctl restart nginx. Okay, validate it, and then perfectly. It looks good. Redirect greater than, redirecting it to all this entire string echo, redirecting it to this file. Perfect, sir. Now let me run the script. ss space student.sh space 9.0.82. Right. This is the Tomcat version. Enter. Tomcat is started, engine started, nginx is restarted. It means that you have configured it, everything. Clear? Now you go back to your etc nginx defaults.d and say ls. Can you see the student.conf file is created? Can you do a cat of student? See, it is there. Can you check the status, systemctl status, nginx? This is also working fine. See, it is running. Is it clear, Vaibhav and everyone?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. It means that you made your nginx as working as a reverse proxy server. Very good. Okay. So now,
But here we have installed everything in one server, right, sir?
Everything we are doing it in one server only, right?
So I think so. Will it still works as a reverse proxy?
What happened? Everything you are doing it in only same server only. All components. It is like a one-tier architecture.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now what I will do that actually, I will go to my application. So I will try to run the same thing. I'll try to run slash students. Let's see whether it works or not. See, it is showing a nginx as a, it is showing that it's saying that the page is not available. Please run it later. Some issues happened here. So how you are going to debug it actually, because it is not working now, because I thought that if you run like this, what student application should run, but here it is not running. So what you're going to do here, what are you going to do, guys? You're going to go to the server. You know that whenever you want to see the logs of nginx, you have to go to the /var log nginx path, nginx directory, and say ls. Can you see there's an error.log? Open this error.log and see. Can you see here? It is showing as a permission denied. permission denied, permission. This is the error you are getting. See, you're hitting to this URL, but you're getting as an error as a permission denied. And you're getting something like a favicon ICO, Nginx logo, something you're getting this error. Now, why we are getting this error actually? This is the permission error getting. So guys, what happened, right? I will tell you the story behind why we are getting this error. Why we are getting this error? Because that in your system, in your Linux machine, right? In your Linux machine, let me open the MS Paint. In your Linux machine, this is your Linux machine. This is my CentOS server actually, right? This is the machine actually. This is a CentOS machine. In the CentOS machine, what happened, right? There is a SC Linux is configured actually. SC Linux, what happened? This is a service, this security service which is running your system. This will block the permission. Block means what it will do now? It will not allow to communicate from the one service to the other service. Suppose in the same CentOS server, I have configured the Nginx server, correct? You've installed and configured, right? You have configured the Nginx server. In the same system, here you are having a Tomcat server also, right? The Tomcat server is running, and here what happened that your students dot var file, this web app, under the web app, the student var file is also running. Your application is running here. Now what happened, right? What the client is doing, the client is sitting over here. He's sitting and he's hitting to this Nginx server, right? With that some URL. What is that URL? Some IP address, like in this case, slash then IP address slash student. Like this, I'm hitting this URL, right? This is what is right. For example, here, what I'm doing here, I'm running because I'm make sure that because it has to run like this also. That's the reason I've configured the reverse proxy, correct? But here, what is happening? No, you're getting an error. Where you're getting error, so you could see that the page is not available. Please. So I'm getting some Nginx error, and I went to the error.log file. Under the /var log Nginx, I could see that there is something like a permission error. Why you are getting this? Because that here what happened, right? In this case, here your SC service, right? SC Linux service, right? It is blocking the communication from the Nginx to the Tomcat. It is blocking the service. It is blocking the communication between the Nginx to the Tomcat server. So always SC Linux is very highly secure. It will block the communication from the one server to the other service. Suppose assume that if some hacker got the access of the Nginx only, assume that through the Nginx he can even access this Tomcat server and he can harm it. You got it, Vaibhav? You got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Service level isolation.
Yes. So what happened from one set to other service, right? What happened, right? There will always be a permission blockage. Who will do that? The SC Linux service will do. That is what SC service acts like one type of attack, like a firewall only. It is not exactly firewall, but it'll act, okay, which service is there, which is accessing that particular port, okay, whether particular port is open or not. Okay, when you're accessing the particular port, whether some other kind of a redirection of to some other service is happening or not. If that is happening, then block it like that. That is what happened here. What happened in my system, the SC Linux is enabled. What's happened that the SC Linux is enabled. You can do one thing. Either you can disable the SC Linux service, which is not the correct way, because in the companies and all, they don't disable the SC Linux. Or else what happened, you can set a rule to the SC Linux so that what happened, right? Okay, you say that, no, man, I am the user, man, who is accessing this application. So whenever I am hitting this URL, because I'm sitting in the system, I'm hitting the URL, then it means that I am the I am the proper identified user. It means that please allow the traffic to go to the Tomcat server. Like that, I need to set a rule actually. You got it? Or else you say that, oh, some particular IP address. Okay, if he is hitting the Nginx, oh, please allow him to access the application. Like that, you will set a rule in the SC Linux. Apart from that, if any other IP address is accessing, don't block it like that. It will block it. So it will act like a firewall only. So a lot of security is provided by your SC Linux service. Now, the question is that actually, guys, how you can resolve this problem? So Google is the best friend of us. We'll go here. What I will do here, I will try to search for how to, there's a command is there, which the command I will tell you, how to allow traffic from Nginx to Tomcat server through SC Linux. I'll just try to search for this. Okay, so let me go to this link. I don't know. Let me check. There is one audit command is there, which I remember. So audit something is there. So if you come down here, okay, this is what the location, and then like paste this. Okay. Yeah, this is one command which you use it actually. This is the one very important command, Linux command, which you use it. And apart from this, I'm looking for some other command. Some audit command was there actually. Audit, where is it, guys? Anyhow, I have that. I have that command also. Okay, location API. Where is it, man? Set model. Some command is there actually. Fine, no problem. What we'll do, I'll go to your. I'll go to my S3 bucket. There in the S3 bucket, in my S3 service, there is a bucket. In that bucket, I have a config file here. So let me copy this URL and let me come over here and let me let me do a wget under the temp. Let me download here itself. It's fine. So I download that. Let me open that config.xx. So yes, so this is what the okay for this one. I need to install this package actually. I need to install the package and then I have to run this set bool. Okay, this is the command I have to use. Or else what happened, right? I remember one more command was there actually. Audit.log, something like that. Okay, fine. So I remember it. I will write it down those commands here. So what I will do here, I am in this error.log. So I'm getting this permission error. Fine. So what I will do that I will first check it whether I will check it whether the SC Linux is enabled or not. How to do it? You have to run a command sudo SC status. If you run this command, it will show that SC Linux status is enabled. Oh, it means that this is actually, it means that your SC Linux is enabled. It is up and running. So this is the command actually. So to check the SC Linux is enabled or disabled. To check that, you need to run this command actually. Okay, sudo set or say set SC status like that. After that, what happened, guys? You need to can open that file, right? Or else I have the command. What is it actually? Sudo yum install. What is it? Yeah, this is the command I need. So this is the command I need. It means that I need to install this package first, and then there's one more is there. If you go here and if you do a sudo grep of nginx under the /var log, under that there is an audit directory is there. Under that there is a audit.log is there. Pipe it to, if I say grep of denied, so you could see that there is a denied. Right? It means that this audit log, right? It is actually denying the permission. See, it is not allowing the socket to communicate. It is not allowing the socket to communicate from the nginx to their application. That's what always I'll make sure that this is the file. I will always check if there is any permissive error actually. Okay, under /var log audit.log. So to set it or to communicate between Nginx to Tomcat, I have to just simply run one command. What is that command you have to do, guys? After installing the package, you can even run that grep command and you have to verify it. And afterwards, you need to run this sudo audit to allow. This is a command actually. -A, capital M option, and then say Nginx -tomcat underscore connect. This is the command. This is a complete command. Right. After this is done, if after the SE, after you have edited this, sir, please make sure that you need to restart the Nginx as well as you need to restart the Tomcat server. This is defaultly you need it. Once you have added, so after installing this package, guys, you will get this command actually, audit to allow command you get, and through that you are actually setting the SE Linux rule setting, saying that okay, if any traffic comes through your Nginx, please forward it to your Tomcat actually. Tomcat server where it is running in the port number 8080, like that. Is it clear till here? It looks little clumsy, but you have to understand in this way.
No, sir, understand. Here.
Okay, now what you have to do, guys? You have to come over here, go back to your /home CentOS scripts, open the student.html .sh. Now what you're going to do that you need to add these lines. Okay, what is it actually? Okay, what is it? SE Linux to enable traffic from traffic traffic from Nginx to Tomcat. Now what you have to do that you have to just copy paste this command. Yum install poly core utils python utils. Copy this. Okay, and then write -y and ampersand double greater than $log_file. Correct? And then you can validate that also. You can call it validate space. What is that? SE Linux related packages. Install SC, whatever means you can just say anything. Installing SC Linux related packages. Correct? Okay. What you're doing after that? What you're doing? You are running that audit command. So audit to allow -a -m nginx underscore /AGINX underscore tomcat underscore connect. This is not this one. This is underscore. Sorry. So copy this line and paste it over here, and then again call a validate. Validate $? Space allow nginx to Tomcat. Second. Correct. But now what happened, right? Okay, you have written here, fine. Okay, so where you're doing this, okay, you're calling a validate here. Where is a validate function? The validate function is at the top. Yes, good, very good. So you can even do here also, right? Or else what you can do that if you are doing it before, what happened, right? You need to do all these things after installing your Nginx, right? After installing Nginx. So I'm installing Nginx here at this step. Below that only you're doing everything. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. So to me that there is no issue with the script actually. It is good actually. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will do one thing. I will just try to save the script and I will try to run student.sh space 9.0.82. See, for everything what I'm doing, I'm rerunning the script again every time to make sure that my script doesn't break in any step. See? Nginx is restarted. And then right, installing SLNX package is failed. So why it is failed? Nginx installing package is failed. Why it is failed, guys? So if you say open the script actually. So installing. So yum install policy policy code. So I open the log file. This is a latest file. So if you open the log file, uh, okay, no package with that name. So that's the reason it has got failed actually. So cat of /var log /var log in so config.txt. What is it? Policy code in Python. Python coding. Policy code. Okay. I think the package's name has changed this. I have to check that actually. Policy code policy. Policy. The package name is correct only. Okay, we will see it actually. What is it? Why it is actually? But anyhow, like we'll move forward. We'll see it actually. So Apple is there. Yeah, okay. Use Python utils. Should work actually. Mine is CentOS only, right? CentOS 7. Okay. This is the package, I think. Because mine is CentOS 7, right? So this is the package. VI student.sh. Because if you're using CentOS 8, right, then the command will, then the package name will change. Got it? So I think here,
Yes, sir.
here we don't have the hyphen utils like this, right? Now let's see it will work. This is how you have to fix it. You have to just Google, fix it actually like this. Yeah, it is installed now. It is installed now. He's also saying that to make this policy active, please execute this command. Okay, very good. I'll execute even this command also. I'll copy this and I'll open the student.s. Okay, go to the end of the line, and after your audit, I can even add that line here. That's all. Clear? I have to add even this line also, and I will save this. Right? One more time, you can run it again. So now what happened, right? You have to, you have did it, but you need to restart your Nginx and you need to restart your Apache server. That's what I told you, right? Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Now what you have to do here, let us check now. Go to here and let us go back to your application. Where is it actually? Here, not here. Go back to here, EC2 instance. Okay, and then try to copy this public IP. Go here, give the public IP like this, /that student. Is it working now? Yes, see, now it's working. Now, earlier how I was giving, guys? I was giving something like this, colon
Port number.
8080. Yeah, like that I was giving it. It also works fine. But what happened? This is a security breach here. Now
Sir,
what happened? Through the Nginx, actually, you are acting as a reverse proxy, and then you have removed even this colon also. You're not even hiding. You're hiding even the port on which it is running. Now it will work.
so you have to now hide the IP in your DNS service next.
Yes, DNS. Yes, correct. You have to give, instead of IP address, you have to give a host name, or you have to give a URL.
Yes.
Domain name you have to give. That's all. Right? Now let me check whether it works or not. Rajesh, Bangalore, age, qualification, let's say MTech, percentage 60 something. I think it's 2015, 2014, something. See, it works now.
Yeah, it's working.
Now, yeah, we have almost done, actually. We have almost completed, but few things which I told you, which we need to address. Like, for example, if you go to the Operaty Tomcat, now you could see so many Apache, keep downloading it. As I said earlier, you need to just make sure that if this directory exists, then don't download it. Correct?
Yes,
Then
sir.
don't download. How you are going to do that? So here what happened, right? This is a directory, right? So you need to just check under the /opt Tomcat if this directory exists or not. If this directory exists, then don't download the package. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to the Google. Again, you take help of Google. What it will say, how to check a directory exists in the shell script. Simply you have to just follow the Google map. So you have to use a -d option. See how to check if a directory exists in the shell script. See what is saying, you have to just check whether under that path with the -d option whether directory exists on. If the directory exists, then it's a directory exists, or else not exist. Like that. Can I use this condition to verify whether? Yes, you can have to.
Yes.
Now what you have to do that? You have to go back to your /CentOS, and then you have to go to the scripts directory. Under that, you have to open the student.sh. Right? Now what you have to do here? Okay. Installing some package, and then MariaDB. Below the MariaDB, you're trying to create this Tomcat. So after this CD opt to Tomcat, before you download it, here you have to add this condition. So what you have to do? If $-d, okay. What is it? We have already have a Tomcat_dir, right? $Tomcat_dir. Correct? We have that variable already defined, right? If it is there, if the Tomcat is there, then go Tomcat already exists, right? If the Tomcat is not exist, then only download. Else part. So what you have to do means this commands, right? This commands. What is it? Your wget and all, right? This one wget, validate. Even you are extracting the tarball and even validate. This will come in the else part. Here, and close this if condition with fi. Did you understood now? What I'm doing here, under this path, I'm just checking at the very initial whether I have what is Tom underscore dir. Tom underscore dir already defined as a variable here at the top, right? What is it? Tom underscore dir. Tom underscore dir. What is it? It is not but directory, right? You'll get the complete directory. Here I've already defined the variable. I'm using the same variable here. And what I'm doing here, I'm just checking if this is a directory, if it exists, it's a directory, then Tomcat is already exists, then you will come out from the script. Or else what happen if this condition fails, then you will go with the downloading it, and then you are going to go with the extracting. This is what normally you will do that. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Now what I will do, I'll see the script. Now what I will do, I'll go to the /opt.
Delete all existing.
Yeah, delete all existing to make sure that okay, Apache -Tomcat -.gz blah 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 .star everything I'll remove it. See, I'm removing everything. Even right, only this directory. Let's even remove this Apache -Tomcat .gz. This also I'm removing it. See now, everything is removed. Even I can remove all the log also. If you don't want it, you can remove all the logs. So now you have only directory. Now let me go to the /home CentOS scripts. Now you say that sh student.sh space 9.0.0. See, now it will work fine. See, now you go to the OPT Tomcat. Can you see that? See, it has not downloaded.
Yes.
So still you can do man like cd to /home CentOS Rajesh. I have this script. Sorry, I have this student dot here. Suppose assume that actually Rajesh that directory doesn't exist. It already exists. Okay, then what happened? Already exists. You have to get that message, right? Already exists. So you can even add the color also. Let me add on some yellow color actually. So here y means yellow color is equal to /e for the yellow color. It is 33, sorry, 33M. Now what I will do here, echo to make it more and more fancy actually. That's nothing. Your Tomcat already exists, right? I should get in a yellow color actually. So what I will do here, I'll just -e. So Rajesh, what I will do here, I'll just get $y. Tomcat already exists like this. And then end with the $n. Clear? That's all. It looks good actually. Now, if the directory exists, this will come in a yellow color. So you can understand, okay, already it exists. That's all. If not, then try to download it. Right? And then extract and validate it. Right? So let me remove all this. Even let me remove the space also. So all the steps you're doing it here. In the else part, you're doing it here. That's all this. So now you try to run it again. Student.sh 9.0.82.
Yes, Tomcat already exists.
Yes, it's already. So I mean, if you see it in the coloring, you'll understand. Okay. So now, can you take this entire script actually and run in some other server, new server, set up a new server, try to run it and see whether the script is running or not. Correct?
Okay, sir.
Yes. So what I have to do here? Cat of student.sh. So let me copy this entire script and paste it here in my notepad. Copy the script. So this is our final script. Correct. Now, one more thing I just recalled now. See, one more thing. Like, for example, see, what we're doing as a script actually, if you open the script actually, in the student.xml, one more thing I will address, then we will wind up the session. Now, what you're doing here, you're actually, when you come to the MariaDB, blah, blah, blah student, you could see that actually, not about this, you could see that even you are adding this line actually, this complete line into this file, context.xml. Let me go to the context.xml file. HOPT, Tomcat, and go to the Apache and go to the conf directory and open the context.xml file. See how many number of times it has written. See, it has rewritten many times actually. Even this should be avoided, right? Only one time should be written. It means that you need to check whether already this line exists. If this line exists, don't do anything. If this line doesn't exist in the context, then you write it. Like that, you have to add the condition. So what happened right here, if you see, watch carefully, it is having some string known as a test DB. So can I check with this string, with the help of this string, whether this resource, whether this line is there or not? Yes, I can do that. How you will do that? See here. Go here. Go to the script. You understood what I'm saying, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, Rajesh.
CD to the scripts, open the student.sh.
We happened that file, so it's happened again and again.
Yes, yes. Now what I'm doing here. Yeah. Here what happened, right? I need to just add one condition here. What is it actually? Set the -I. What is it? What is that line, man? What is that string? Test DB, right? Yeah, this is what I need actually. If this string, if you see in the context.xml file, if you see this, see this string under the context.xml file, if you see the string, what you have to do, that you have to just do a delete of that line from the file context.xml. That's all. That's all. And then, like, you can even call the validate function.
Sir, can you repeat that sed function? I mean,
no, what you're doing, you are just searching for this pattern, man.
Okay, search
this pattern, do nothing, just say delete it. Delete it from the context. So this whole line, no, this will be, if it exists, it will delete. And afterwards, again, it is inserting this line.
Okay.
So that what happened, right? You are making sure that only one entry will be there in that context.xml. That's all. Okay. So what you will pass it, remove the existing DB config. Like this. Clear? That's all. Now your script has become more robust now. So sh student.sh space 9.0.82 and say enter. Okay. So say that remove the existing DB conf. See, it has removed it actually, and then added the DB. So it shows in the context.xml. See, it has removed it. It is done. Now you go back to your OPT, Tomcat, Apache directory, go to the conf directory, open the context.xml. Can you see here? See, only one entry is there. That's all. Beautiful. That's all, man. Right? So now our, let me /home contours script student.xsh. So let me copy that command or copy that line and paste it in my notepad. Where is it? Yes, here, come down. Yeah, just I need to copy these 2 lines. That's all. So copy it here, go back to my notepad. So after this, Control Z, after this, just add this 2 lines. That's all. Clear? Now my script is ready.
Okay.
Guys, that's all. What you have to do, you have to just copy this and you have to first practice yourself. See the complete video, try to understand what I'm doing it, and replicate the same thing. Practice it, so you will be in a better position now to write a script.
Sir, I have one doubt. So we just append the log file, okay? So I'm not I'm not understand this log file properly. If you after running this script, can you explain log file once?
This one.
Yeah, date.log file.
So what I'm doing now, I'm creating a. Sorry.
Yes, please go ahead.
No, somebody was saying something.
No, I just
Okay.
open that date.log file, and inside that file, what we get exactly?
No, we will get all the output, man. Whatever the commands we're executing, what are steps we're executing, no? Here. So I'm running this command. This output of this command, I'm redirecting it to the dollar of log file. What is a dollar log file? So there is a file it will create in the present directory with what name? Dollar data. What is dollar data? Det. See, if you copy this command, see here, just you have to understand like this. If you copy this line and you paste it over here, or you paste it over here.
Yeah, it's peak current time.
Yes. Now, if you do a echo dollar of date, see, you will get date with this format. What I'm doing here, I'm just creating a file actually with this name. See, run this and say echo dollar of log underscore file. Okay. You're getting with this file name. Now, what I'm doing that I need to get the log file with this format, with some date format. At the end, it should be log. Now, when it's going to get created, when you're doing a greater than or double greater than sign, at that time only this file will get created. Can you see here? This file got created. So now what I'm doing as a part of script, actually, you are using what you're doing here for every command, whatever you're executing, right? You are using an ampersand. Means run this complete command in the back end, in the background. After the output of this command, redirect it to a log file. This $log file is nothing but this is the file name. So this will be created into the path where you are running that script. Suppose you say that, Rajesh, all the script has to be copied into the or it should be read to some cd/log. Like for example, you come over here, /home. What do you say? CentOS cd scripts. Open the student.log file. Now you will see that, Rajesh, let me do one thing. Let me first create an mkdir/log directory. Okay. Log underscore path directory is equal to dollar of like this. So you are creating /partition / you're creating log directory. So there where this file has to get created, this file has to get created under the log underscore path. Log underscore path. Under that, actually, the file has to get created like this. So what happened that here, whenever you're running this, now what happened that it will try to create a mkdir/logs like this. A directory will get created, right? mkdir/logs like this directory will be created. Oh, already it exists actually. That's what, yeah, it exists. Now here what happened, right? Here all your logs should be coming here.
Okay, got it.
Clear? So it means that you're not saving your logs into the same path where the script is there. You are actually redirecting someplace, or else you can give the complete path /var log something in, you can create on directory. There you have to create all your logs like that.
Yes.
Clear? So will you be able to practice this?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yes.
100%.
Okay, good. So now, see how many time we have spent? See? Today we have spent ample time, right? See.
Around 3 hours.
See, 137 lines we have written, but there are so many concepts were involved to make you understand.
Yeah, seriously, sir. Many concepts also.
Right? Set the awk, we use it, and we even we saw like how Linux works actually, and then how to edit a file. Like add some string into the file and do the like validate the function, validate it for all the execution, and executing each the script, check for the failures where it is failing, and then correcting it. So there is a lot of things. Effort is required.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
You will take around 1 or 2 days to complete the whole writing script only.
Sir, I will try and update you.
Sure. Okay.
Rajesh,
So, yes, sir.
in one of the Tomcat file, we have edited some string, okay,
Hmm.
using sed minus I.
Hmm.
Okay. So in another Nginx file, we used the echo and we appended that one.
Hmm.
So instead of sed hyphen
No,
minus
no,
I,
said what? No, no, sir. Said what happened? No, said I am. Okay. I'll open the
here
script
that
actually.
cd context.xml is there, right? So it looks like we need to be more familiar with using sed, awk, and cut
Obviously,
commands
sir. Obviously, I've already
for writing
covered,
the
sir. But
scripts.
what happened? No, in the next coming class, I will take
So
set and
that's
out
where the
programming.
heart is.
Yes. So what I'm doing here, I'm just checking whether this
Because
string
remaining
I'm seeing.
everything we can easily understand, but we
Yes.
need to be more familiar with using these arguments,
Yes.
what arguments that we need to pass and how we need to use that set arc and
Correct, sir. Right. So I was just thinking that if most of the people will join, right, they would have got benefited today because they can learn a lot of things. They could have learned a lot of things. Now what happened? They have to watch all this 3 hours class. So that would be a painstake for everyone. See, now you guys have learned something. Okay, in this 3 hours, with very hardship, you have sat and you have understood it. Right. Now what happened? Right? It is only that you will invest some more time to again go to the video, learn it, and you try to execute it. For other people, they have to now invest twice, double the time they have to sit and do it actually. So if you attend the class online one time, right, what happened? That will greatly help you to understand at the first shot and then resolve all your doubts, question and queries. And then like if you practice yourself, then you're hitting with any doubts, then you'll get back to me. Then I can easily tell me, so you'll be able to understand, oh, where is the issue. That is always no very good that if you are attending online. Others, what happened, guys? I know that will be keep piling up. Oh, okay, I need to see it and read it. Now going through this 3 hours video, it's not that simple, right? It's a painstake for everyone.
10 steps is
It's a
serious.
really painstake. Now you have understood, okay, Rajesh had said in something in a flow, he has made us understand, fine. See, now I can even still decorate many things, guys. I can decorate many things, but this is a very simple way I've written. People have written, like, for example, right, see. Sorry. Echo. All people will do all nonsense like this. I mean, not nonsense. It is something like they're decorating it actually.
Yeah, I saw that in many scripts like that.
Yeah. Like this, sorry, like this.
But it looks pretty sweet when
Yeah, it
we
looks
open
actually
it,
because you
run
need to
the script.
decorate it actually like this. Yes. So you can do all kind of a decoration, which I have not did it. You can use a printf command to decorate it. How much you can write like this is what you have to decorate it actually. And then you use a echo command and then say echo, so that you will get one or two spaces. You'll get like this. You can do all those fancy decorations and all later. Once you have a script ready, you can do it so that it looks good actually. And you have seen that everywhere I've added the hash to make sure that it becomes more readable. People who are actually going through the script, they can understand what the script is doing at all. And at the top, you can write your author, who's the author, right? Author, Rajesh, okay, whatever, author, and then revision, okay, revision, that and all is something, right? Revision number and the date, which you have written the script, the date on which you have written the script. All those things you can add at the top, and you can even tell the usage of the script, what the script does, and so many things you can do it actually. Clear? Fine,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
So that's all I think. That's all about this. Next class, right? One class, what we will do, right? We will go through the set and awk programming very well, so that we'll be able to understand. And also, I will write one or two scripts to make you more familiar about the set and awk. I'll also show you some kind of a regular expression with your set programming. Awk is also very much important for us because we'll be using a lot of awk commands and awk options and everything that I will cover in one class. Maybe like 2.5 hours, I will take a class to complete all the things. Then one more class I will take for addressing your inter question answer, so that we will be completing this entire course.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Sure, thank you,
So
Rajesh.
yes, with that, we were happy to end up this course.
Yes, thank
So
you.
it looks a very long journey, but okay.
Yes, sir, but it's give too much to us. Actually, for me, it's very valuable course. I found.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. So
Yes,
let me
sir.
stop the recording. Okay. Stop the recording. So this recording will be too much. Actually, it's 3